Test, test, test. Whoa, it sounds like it's about to blow these headphones. Test, test. Now I can hear it. But it's like really loud, almost like it's making.
But you should have this way you just eat it. Or just go for a walk. I want to actually go for a walk. I'm not competing, I'm just like curious.
Test, test, test. Sounds good. Ian, just so you know, this is getting a little wet. Okay. Huh? Oh, Dustin needs to be on the end. You know, it's true.
Yes. No, you gotta throw me on the end. What am I thinking? Who are we throwing in the mid?
Why don't we start with guests since Ian's eating?
Who do we want to use?
Rovans. He's right there.
Check.
Grab him. Oh, he's about to eat. Yeah, there's a big echo. Come on.
Check.
Did you get Frank? Did I talk some air?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I'm still getting a big echo. Check. Not anymore. That's better.
Did you turn this one off?
Whoa.
Do you have any of the mixes? Now we should be okay. Yeah, there's some cool ones in there. You can fuck with the voices. Yes, it was.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool guy.
What up, gangsters?
Cool guy. What's up, man?
Woo! I'm starting to get strong again.
That's good.
Yeah, I feel good. Yo, this is the best cut I've ever had by far.
Really?
Yeah,
Put your headphones on and tell us about it.
This time I did not.
Put your headphones on.
Oh, my bad.
And then tell us about it. Wrong headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, those ones feel good.
Yeah, it's because they have the little foam versus the fake leather.
You guys sound great.
Oh, yeah, baby.
What up, gangsters?
Oh, yeah.
So this is the first time I didn't get really big
Take a seat, Frank.
and then cut weight. Franklin, put your headphones on.
We got Frank Callahan joining us.
That's Frankie C,
Yeah.
for those who don't know.
Welcome, Frank.
Frank the Tank.
He is one of the originators, what would you say, of the air system?
Founder.
Developer, the
Creator.
creator.
Yeah, all those things are true. All those things are true.
Yeah. That's great. Dustin was just telling us how this was the easiest weight cut he's ever
by
made.
by a long bar.
So what did you start at?
So this time I was about 207 probably on Tuesday.
And what did you just weigh in at?
I weighed in at 197. Yep.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, and then I'm not super dehydrated.
Yeah.
I did a typical sauna session for me times 2. So I typically do 1. This time I just did an extra 1 and I was good to go.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I even drank some water this morning. Had a protein shake. I had 7 eggs and a half pound of sausage.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Eating like a big man.
7 eggs?
Yeah. Probably 6 eggs.
Probably.
I don't remember. I was cracking eggs and did a half pound of sausage.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was wonderful.
What about you, Frank? Did you have to cut?
Not really. I mean, I walk around 227 and I just didn't eat or drink anything for the last 18 hours, and I walked in at 219.
Am I crazy, or should Frank be 198?
No, absolutely.
Fuck yeah, you should be 198.
It's not just me.
Him and I just had this talk.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
we actually have this talk
Yeah.
regularly.
Regularly.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time we pull, every time we practice, every
Did you
time
just
we
hate
work out.
cutting, or what?
Oh, I would never cut to 198. That'd be crazy.
Why?
But I should walk around and be healthy and lean at like
I don't mean water
208,
I mean
210.
lose weight.
Oh, so those are different.
Yeah,
Cutting and losing weight are different.
I didn't say water cut.
You said cut. Why don't
That's
I cut?
right, yeah. That's
yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah. Cutting and weight loss are different.
Yeah.
He would need to
Right.
get on a weight
I'm
loss
talking
regime.
about weight loss,
Yeah,
not
there you
water
go.
cutting.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get it comfortable.
Right. Yeah.
Because
I mean, I'm
then-
real comfortable right now. Let me tell you.
You look pretty comfortable.
Oh, I am.
He was like, "Oh, Trey, you're not pulling." He's like, "Fuck, I thought that I'd at least have somebody to compete."
Yeah, I mean, as it is, and as I think everybody knows, the 220s at Texas State every year are just, they're all national contenders.
Right.
I think everyone's ranked in the nation.
Right, yeah.
You know,
It's the meanest division now in Texas.
yeah, for
for
sure.
sure.
And then just the way it happens to fall, if you're just not a national contender, these people don't show up.
Yeah.
So I have the competition in me. I'm like, well, I want to go pull. You know, the good guys.
Right.
And like, who's in my class? They're like, well, it's going to be Ryan Carter, Anthony Lowe, Ronnie Morales, and, you know, just the usual suspects. Well, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Nothing but nothing but problems.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm just like, all right, well, it's going to be an experience. That's right.
So after seeing Ronnie today,
He's massive.
bro.
This is as big as he told
He's the
me.
biggest.
Ronnie
He said-
Morales?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
said he
Yeah.
for Wyoming, he was like, you know, on a weight cut to make weight. He walks around like around 210, 209. But right
Now
now
he's 219.
219, yeah. And he said he, you know, bulked up. Like he ate food, he's comfortable, he didn't, you know.
Yeah, he did an IV 2 days ago.
he's-
So he weighed in today at 219?
yeah, he's full. Yeah, he's full. That's not he's full, yeah.
Damn, so is this the first time Ronnie's pulled 220 at a state championship?
At States?
Maybe at States. Did
Yes.
he not pull that? Would
Let's
he pull
find out.
98
He
last
didn't. He
year?
didn't go last year.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna say that this is bullshit.
What's
That,
wrong?
I come to open and now
Ronnie's
Caleb,
coming in your class.
and
Oh, yeah.
Michael Bedwell.
Michael Bedwell.
God,
There you go.
And then
Caleb.
no, the other one,
Cody Hago?
Cody Hager.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, let's win 220.
Well, I don't know. You should want that one. I will. I
Yeah,
will
I'm
see
just
that one.
saying, like, I was like, Ryan Carter. All right, I can set my eyes on that. You know, and it's
That's
like,
still where the eyes should be
work
set.
on that, work on that. Now it's like, well, now I have to, holy shit,
You're winning.
rank. You know, it's like,
Yeah, baby steps.
like-
Baby steps.
Yeah,
Baby steps.
I think that division is nasty.
I need to get out of it. I need to get out of here. I need to read. I need to
Don't leave me,
read.
Frank.
So Ronnie pulled.
Yeah, you gotta leave.
Ronnie pulled 198 Texas State last year, and then at the
No.
Western qualifier most recently he was 220.
Yeah. He pulls
Pulled against
220.
Frank.
Yeah, he pulls
Oh,
220 all throughout the year.
Ronnie didn't pull state last year at 198. I won it last year.
At State. I didn't pull
Oh,
State last year.
excuse me, 2021.
There you go. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
He beat Hector, Muniz,
Yep.
Danny Gillian,
Yep.
Celestino Vallejo, and Luis Alarcon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Luis came from El Paso out to Texas State 2021.
Yeah, it was in San Antonio.
Yeah, he's not here
But he's
today.
not coming.
No,
He didn't come last year. He's not coming this year.
No. I reached out to him. He just had some work. That
It's
he
a lot
had to-
closer this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's still 8.5 hours from El Paso to Cedar Park.
Oh yeah. I did it to buy a car earlier this year. And I was like, this is a ride.
Right. So, yeah, I mean,
It's about the same as San Antonio.
So tell us about the state of airs.
State of Airs.
Drop a state of airs, cut it.
Update, feature announcement. I'm coming up with a feature where you'll be able to compare athletes. So the idea is like I can type in Dustin DeWoody, Frank Callahan, weight and arm, and it'll show me some like relative stats about these two guys. Show me each of their top 5 best wins, an average of their top 5 best wins, their current rating, maybe some common contenders, people we've both pulled, so athletes in common. I'm trying to think of some like more stats I want to add to that.
I got one.
That's what I'm working on right now.
So you have rating. When you click on a guy's name on the Polars page, you click
Yeah.
on his name, it has his rating. It doesn't have his rank.
Yeah.
Is that something you ever considered adding? Was that intentional?
I actually had it there, I think originally, we took it away because we used to have amateur and pro split. So if you're looking at an amateur's profile,
not the
it
same.
would have this rank there,
Yeah.
and people were taking screenshots and posting ludicrous,
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, look at so-and-so, he's the #1 guy." And I'm like, well,
He's an
that's that's because he's 12-1 in the amateurs,
Yeah.
and and it's not, anyways. So we did away with all that. We combined the ratings now, and we took away showing the ranking there. But we are going to change it soon. We're going to add back the combined score that you see on the classes page. We're going to add that back to the profile page. So if you're an amateur, you'll have a combined score on the pro page. Ooh, in the dirt.
I meant to throw it into the dirt. My car's the first car in the parking lot.
I watched that.
Okay, so with the Aries ratings, I want to know what is the threshold? And if you don't know off the top of your head, it's fine. But
It's different for every weight class.
the threshold of going from amateur to open,
Yeah,
is different for every weight class.
Why wouldn't it be?
Interesting.
Based on the amount of competition
would it
in that
be?
way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because what do you define a amateur, novice, semi-pro, pro?
What class you pull in?
Right. It's like right
Pretty
now, it's
straightforward.
literally just whatever you show up and you pull in. But like, I can go 0-2 in the pros for like 6 years. Does that mean I'm a pro?
No, it just means you pull in the pro class.
Right, but it doesn't mean I'm a pro.
No, but you should still be ranked as a pro. You pulled in the pro class. Why wouldn't you? You pulled in the pro class.
Because we're in a silly sport that you don't earn your way there.
So as I
What
was
do you
saying,
mean? You just end up on the bottom of the ratings. It's not a big deal. That's the way it is now.
but it would be so much cooler if you had to earn a card.
So are you saying
like in
that if I've
bodybuilding,
never...
I have to go win
you
a
saying-
certain amount of shows to get a pro card? Then it means something to me.
That's
Someone
completely
that
different.
sucks can be
That's
like,
completely different.
oh, I'm a pro arm wrestler. Oh, that's really cool.
and all that means is you show up to
Yeah,
pro
and get
events.
0 wins.
Yeah.
So if somebody never pulls amateur,
Yep.
and they go to their first tournament and they pull open, and Aries has to put them as open,
Yeah, we do.
are they not considered open?
So eventually what would happen, if you go 0-12 in the open,
Yeah.
your score will eventually start to fall below the guys who are doing well in the amateur class.
Right.
And that's with an amateur modifier. If that happens,
But there is no amateur class on Aries Arm anymore.
well, there's not a rating for it.
Right, exactly.
But there is a combined rating.
But not, as far as you can see in the ratings.
No, on the
It's not
classes
there.
you can.
Oliver, did you slim it up?
No, if I'm looking at the class
Nice.
and I start to go down the list, it doesn't tell me
Oh,
when
there
it
yet.
switches
Right,
over from
right.
pro to am.
No.
So it makes no difference. If the guy's pulling open, you got to track his win percentage as open.
Yeah, we do. I'm not really sure at what you're asking.
Well, what I'm asking is if you're not an amateur puller, or if you are an amateur puller, you're not an open puller, but you're starting to pull open. The point in which you become your rating changes from 1300 as your starting point to 1500 as your starting point. Is different for every weight class. So some weight classes it might be 50% amateur matches, 50% pro matches, and then you become then your rating starts at 1500 and you drop all those amateur matches.
Right. Yeah, we have
From the calculation.
we have a formula where it's like I think it's 51% of your matches are pro, or you have more than 12 pro matches. That's like a clause just in case someone has like 60 amateur matches. We don't want to hold on to that forever. Then we drop the amateur modifier.
And that's what is different for every class?
No, that's the same.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Okay, what's different for every class, if you want me to give you a rating, hey, in the 198 right-hand division, at what point can I say these are the pros? Is it 1510, 1550?
That's what he's asking.
That's what it sounded
That's
like.
not what I was asking.
Oh, that's not what you're
See,
asking.
it's confusing, right? Because that's what it sounded like.
My bad. I'm not asking this question.
No,
very well.
that's okay. But if
That's
you,
what I thought you meant too.
yeah. That's it's
I
okay.
didn't pose that question very well.
Yeah,
what I meant
I
was, what I want to know is when do I become a pro?
Like as
I just got my answer though. You gave me my answer. 51% or
Or
like
12.
12
right.
matches.
Yeah. That's when you'll
That's what I want.
you'll drop the amateur modifier. But I would
Right,
not say that
exactly.
makes you a pro. Because if you're
Yeah,
0 and 12 in the pro,
Well, then you need to define these labels. Then.
Well, maybe
it makes
Aries
you
isn't
open.
there yet.
well, it's not.
Maybe it's not there yet,
It's
yeah.
what one of the big goals. So bear with me. Give us another 2 years in Aries, and everybody has
And
like all the data.
It could only be a goal when tournaments are bracketed and seated by number.
Thank you, Dustin.
That
That's
is the
exactly
key.
what I was about to
That's the
say.
key.
That's the
I
best
think
way.
if you
after-
go to the Open and you
it's-
always lose, you shouldn't be in the Open.
Yeah,
exactly.
But
there
if
and
you go to
give
an
your rating,
Open and you end up against other people at 1520, 1538, and
Exactly.
you didn't start against the 1790
Right.
guy, then it makes total sense.
Imagine an event where you show up and you're not pulling pro, open, amateur.
Everyone's seated.
You just show up and it's like we pull up your score and we go, oh, you're a 1510. What we're going to do by this event is we're going to break into 3 classes. We're going to take the top 33%, middle 33%, bottom 33%. That's 3 classes, and we'll judgment call, promoter, make the classes have more room. But the goal there is we'll seed those brackets and you'll be pulling against like pullers.
Yeah.
And if you do well in your middle class and you level up, the next event you show up to, you meet the threshold for the tier 1, we'll call it. So that's exactly what's happening in Colorado State this year.
Yes. Billy just told me there's a guy showing up to pull 198 that has wins on AJ.
Can you put that mic a little closer to your...
AJ Henson. That's what Billy just told me.
He's coming to Texas State?
Is he here? Is he already weighed in?
That's what I asked Billy. He said no.
Okay. I mean, who?
Yeah, because there's only a few of you.
Yeah.
Maybe this is when AJ first started 7 years ago. Or something.
Yeah. I'm sure we could look. We could just look at AJ's last 6 losses and
Shit, if I won against AJ 6 years ago, I'd still be talking about it.
Of course. I hope people talk about me like that one
I
day.
think that's the best thing about these kind of solo sports is like when guys get super good in a sport that you have to grind to get better at, and then they're like, I beat that motherfucker's ass 10 years ago.
That
It's like,
age
well,
12.
he didn't even have an arm. He was armless.
Well, they do that with fighters too, right?
Yes.
UFC and everything. People do jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
People are like, I beat Trey when he was a blue belt.
Right,
They're like,
right.
blue, so 2013?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I mean that's impressive because Trey has become an amazing athlete.
Right,
but settle down.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, we do the same thing I think all sports do that, right? That's fine.
They're like powerlifting, right? They probably do the same thing.
It's interesting
I
because
beat him
like
on this meet, or I did. My cumulative score was higher than his for the last 2 years.
What was the score? I don't remember. I lifted the weights though.
I just lifted the weights.
yeah, powerlifting's a weird one because
It's so numbered, right?
yeah, like if I show up and I see Dustin's here, I'm not thinking, today might be my day, we're close. It's like, I know exactly what he did at his last meet. I know what I did. I know what I'm doing right now. I can only assume he's X% stronger.
Right.
I know I'm not going to pull 650 on my deadlift.
Right.
That's the lift that he beats me in. It's like running track.
Right.
They're like, we're going to run against this team. I'm like, well, their times.
Yeah.
How close? Oh, we're not that close. I'm like, so why do you think it's going to be close today?
That's what makes this sport so fucking good.
This is like if you're just within plus or 5% of somebody, which
It could be crazier
Or
than
forget
that.
strength level. Forget strength level. I mean, styles make matches.
And you get a new trick up your sleeve.
or the draw. The draw.
Yeah,
Right.
I was just
Yeah.
telling someone on the way here. I'm going to John Brazine Cup again this year. Last year I got second place right-handed 242 open. I just showed up and pulled in and make weight because I traveled and everything. I lost to Jordan Silk twice or 3 times. It's triple elimination. But if I look at the guys who got third, fourth, who should have probably gotten second and third, they're definitely like undeniably stronger and been in the sport longer than me. But the way the brackets fell, they put one guy was pressing, one guy was catching on his pronator. Yeah. They burned each other out twice before they got to me.
Yep. And now that guy's move is nothing.
He doesn't have another. And then one guy eliminated the other, and then I beat the other two. And I got second. Yeah. And I was like, I got second in a tournament of like some really good pullers. Right.
We get Greg to come on here and talk about if he's going to win this whole thing, right and left.
Rodney Gregg?
No, Greg.
Shit, dude, Rodney Gregg is the guy that just won overalls.
I know who he is.
Lubbock.
Left-handed.
Yeah.
Was it?
He only pulls left.
I can't remember if it was left.
Well, we know it was left.
Yeah, he pulls both.
The match, and
he pulls both.
Let's just say his left is way different than his right.
Oh, it's nationally ranked, and his right's not. So there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Ian.
Well, Greg's
not ask Sky if she can give me some water. I'm feeling quite faint.
Hey,
I need to go grab a drink too. I'll grab you water.
Oh, thank you.
Me too.
Let's get Ian in here.
If you get some ice, even better.
Yeah.
Have a seat, Ian.
Right now, we're getting Ian Wagner.
Join us.
Coming in hot. Literally.
What's up, motherfuckers?
How you doing? How you feeling?
Feel like a pimp.
That's right. Like a pimp without the I, just a PMP.
PMP, son. Dude, this is a nice place, man. Hey, congratulations to Austin for finally getting Texas State here.
Right.
I think it should be here every year. We're in the middle of the state. We've got the best fucking stuff.
Yeah.
We're the best venues.
That's why the Capitals.
And we're the best team there is in Texas. So why the fuck isn't it here all the time?
We are the best team. Shit, we're the best team.
Austin has like 3 teams.
Well, there's only one that really fucking.
Okay.
Yeah, no. There's 2 teams. There's like the minor league. And the major league. There's the farm team.
You graduate.
We move them off.
Yeah.
Come on out to the big boys.
Draft them.
Yeah.
Draft them.
We should hold the draft.
In case anybody doesn't know, it's Austin Arsenal.
Arsenal. Number 1.
Incumbent team champions.
Yep.
That's right, man.
This year's TAL state championship.
The year that we formed a team.
Yeah.
We won like 3 team things, like just immediately.
Where was that? Was that state?
State, USAA tournament.
Yeah.
And
that was in Austin?
The Southern Region qualifier in San Antonio.
Fair enough.
And
the San Antonio
state championship in Port Arthur.
Yeah.
Y'all got the Port Arthur one, yeah. You know what that tells me? It tells me there's not enough teams in the sport.
There are, but they're not as organized.
Yeah. I like, you don't have like my team, we have 3 guys at 220.
Right.
You know, we have like 3 guys at 176. Right. You know, and that's it. Like, we don't have a big team, but like I think a lot of teams are like that, where they have like 8 guys that occupy 2 weight classes. And it's like, oh shit, so-and-so will be pulling amateur even though he's not as good as the other guy. And you end up with that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Our team's not that bad.
You're deep. You're deep. Yeah, y'all have like all weight classes.
We only have 2 supers right now.
Yeah.
3 supers. 3 supers, me, Jake, and Corey.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But we also do like recruitment drives. You know, when the Fit Fest comes, when any of the bodybuilding competitions come, we go there and do, you know, exhibition matches and show people arm wrestling. And I think we are in an area where people are interested. There's just so many different types of people here.
Oh yeah.
Whereas you go farther away from Central Texas, it's kind of like.
It's super dispersed.
Yeah, you live in the middle of nowhere, dude. Of course you don't have anybody in your team.
I mean, we work out, like, Robert and I train at the gym, like, with an arm wrestling table, or we did for, like, 6 months, and we get the looks all the time, you know, guys looking at us, and we're like, oh, hey, come over, and they're like, and I'm like, all right, or they come over, like, oh, big, huge dude, like clearly, like, lifetime powerlifters, or bodybuilders, and I'm like, hey, man, you're probably really good, you know, they're like, oh, no, I break my arm, so I was like, bro, that's
That's what everybody's.
I was like, no, man. Like,
I mean, they're not.
Hey, can we take a moment and look over at Bo?
Shit,
Look at this guy.
Are you okay?
He doesn't look good. He does not look good.
He's like, I'm gonna go.
He looks like he just got off that 40-day fast right now. Damn, son, you look like a malnutrition rooster or something. I don't know what you look like.
I did in 240 a few weeks ago.
You look like a Halloween decoration.
Bro looks like he just got off of Noah's Ark.
What the hell?
That's not the guy I pulled like last year, right?
You better go get some of Ernie's IVs right now, dude.
He's like, I'm trying to hold it together here, guys. Stop
Damn,
talking.
son.
Using up all my energy. No, it's awesome. Yeah, I think the team thing is important, and I think that will bring arm wrestling into more spotlight.
Oh, yeah.
The bigger teams get, because then it creates rivalries, and then more people are like, oh shit,
Absolutely.
I'll join that team. Like that team's in my area, and I think the biggest thing, like you said, the guys at the gym, the bodybuilders, there's still a huge stigma about breaking arms. And for some reason, everybody is terrified of breaking their arms, but everybody does all these other sports that you can, like, seriously.
You know what I think it is, man? I think those people in the gyms, there's so many people, because you're right. I mean, there's so many people that do not want to, like, participate. Even though they're strength sport guys, you know, they want to be out there, they want to look big and, you know, want to be strong. Well, when it comes to arm wrestling, there's, like, this stigma in their mind of, like, showing off in the lunchroom and like getting their people getting their ass beat. Like I think they do this mental calculation where they're just like, I can't go over there and get beat.
Right.
I think there are a lot of people that are scared of being beat.
That's exactly.
They're afraid to lose, and they don't want to do anything that they're going to lose. Too.
Yeah, I experienced that even with when I was doing jiu-jitsu. Just gym guys, I was like, hey, you want to ever roll around? You know, they're like, oh, no. I'm like, bro, like, we don't have to like go full speed or try to kill each other. Just show each other a move or something. They're like, oh, no.
Right.
And I'm just kind of like,
Yeah, it is the fear of losing or the fear of not realizing that you don't have the control. You know, like, it's a big thing. And you, like, just, like, equate arm wrestling and jiu-jitsu so much. It's
Well, it's funny because you mentioned the whole team thing, team rivalries. I don't know if you've ever experienced that in, like, your gym promotions, but, like, if you go and train at another gym, the first words out of their mouth are like, who do you train with? Who do you train under?
I do it. I'm like, oh, who do you train with?
Yeah. And then it's like, some people have like, oh, you train with so-and-so.
Yes.
They're like, hey, Mike, this guy trains with so-and-so. They're like, oh, yeah? Hey, Mike wants to roll with you.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it's all in good fun, but I feel it when I come train with the Austin guys. They're like, oh, hey, guys, Frank's coming.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the practice is a little bit bigger than it would have been. All of a sudden, more people are here. All of a sudden, there's a line of people who are like, and I'm just like, Dustin's like, first one, he takes his shirt off, sunglasses, he's like, you ready? I'm like, bro, it's just practice. He's like, yeah, it's just practice. I'm like, why are they all with their phones out? What's going on right now? Like, why is Ian, like, salivating? Yeah, I'm like, they're like, oh, don't worry about any of that. Don't let that distract you. And I get it. Like, it's just a part of that. Oh, guy from San Angelo, or, a guy we know. Happens in jiu-jitsu. I imagine it happens in boxing gyms and all sorts of MMA.
It is. Well, it is like open mats, right? Like,
exactly.
Open mat.
Yeah.
For me, it's awesome because I've gone to so many different gyms that I'm like, it doesn't matter to me, and I know I can hold my own.
Sure.
But other guys come in, and I see, like, they come in the door, and then they start talking to people. And there's some gyms where like, the level's like, just by talking to people, hey, man, what's going on? Oh, you want to roll? Yeah, no problem, let's go. Like, that's when you know it's like...
I've experienced both sides. I've experienced both sides of the, like, they're trying to, like, defend their turf.
Yes.
And the more welcoming, like, like, they told me afterwards, they're like, oh, hey, man, people, because I told them, like, I'm new to, like, going to a gym. I was a high school wrestler. I did lots of high school wrestling. First time ever at an MMA gym, I just showed up and said, hey, do you have wrestling here? And they're like, no, we do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I was like, okay, I'm a wrestler. I could try Jiu-Jitsu. And I don't know what the deal was, but they took that as we got ourselves a wrestler.
Yes.
And they put me against their biggest guys.
Yes, every time.
They put us in the ring, not on the mat, in the ring, and they turned on the clock, and we went for 6 minutes.
Yes.
And I just was doing my thing, wrestling. Didn't know how to do submissions, but I was wrestling, and. Afterwards, we were cool because you always, you build a lot of camaraderie once you just beat the heck out of each other. And then, as I regularly went to that gym over the next several months, they told me, they're like, oh yeah, dude, people show up all the time and they'll say that they have 1 year experience, but really they're high-level blue belts or they're brown belts, and they just want to beat up on people. And I was like, oh, that wasn't me. They're like, yeah, well, we don't know, so.
Also, I'm guessing Frank characterized it as he was like, I just wrestled, but probably in reality he was like, I'm a wrestler.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah.
I told them, I said,
if we had video of it, I'm sure that's
serious.
I was.
It's different though. It's different because jiu-jitsu guys are lazy. Wrestlers are not.
Yeah, they have a lot of respect for wrestlers.
Yes,
they do.
They do because they know our work ethic is super high. We just keep going.
Right.
Even if we're losing, we don't stop.
Jiu-jitsu is just wrestling on your back.
on your back. And you're like, and we're just passing on.
I liked it. I did. I won my first 2 jiu-jitsu competitions, pulling the beginner blue white belt section, but just with wrestling experience. And then I went to what's the big event in Dallas, Naga.
Yes.
I went and did Naga. I went 2-2 in the blue belt division.
Okay, very good.
And that was the last time I ever rolled.
Very good. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And
what you're saying is
Did we talk about all the interesting stuff before I got here? Is that why we're just talking about wrestling?
I find wrestling and jiu-jitsu wildly interesting.
Yeah, he's just mad because he goes to open mats and gets ranked.
Oh, yeah,
did you? Did you try it?
I've been to a couple of open mats, and it's not fun for anybody.
Have you gotten beaten up by a girl yet?
No, not quite.
Oh, there's some out there. There's some out there. I went to 13 seed in San Angelo. This is my most recent time on the mat, not competing. I showed up. I did their whole practice. I paid $20 for the day fee or whatever, and we take turns rolling with everyone at the end. And I was rolling with some girl. She's 160 pounds, fit. And I could not submit her. I was on top, holding her arms, trying to pillow choke, trying to roll out, and she was just like this, pulling, and I was like, "You are a strong female. You are," and she knew her angle. She was tucking. She was into the. I was like. And it was frustrating because I should be able to just grab your hands and beat you with them, but I can't. She was good. And they told me afterwards, hey, what'd you think of Kyla? I was like, she's strong. They're like, she's really strong. I was like, yeah, I was kind of impressed. Anyways, you don't always have that happen. You don't always have that happen, but you will.
Maybe
they'll get you one. They'll get you
maybe
one.
Ronnie and Caleb.
Bring him over.
Can we get you to jump on the podcast?
Anyway, we have.
For just 2 minutes.
We got some heavy hitters.
Yeah, I was gonna say some heavy hitters pulling in.
Yeah. Caleb Bricks and his dad.
We got a father and son.
We got Ronnie Morales over there.
Ronnie's saying no. Ronnie doesn't want to.
Ronnie does not want to sit in
Caleb,
front of the camera. We
Oh,
find
no,
this
that
with
doesn't
it.
surprise me.
Yeah. Arm wrestling is
Open?
man, it's such a cool sport. But there's a lot of sullen.
This class is getting
A lot
huge.
of different personalities.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that are just very keep to themselves.
There is nothing that binds us together other than the arm wrestling.
That's it.
There's no
Everybody is
commonality.
so-
Oh, that's hilarious.
Here.
I tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
They'll be certain groups, will reach out to me like, oh, so and so's hosting a, I don't know, some party, and they're gonna have some arm wrestlers there. And I'm like, oh, I'll think about it. And then they're like, oh, you don't seem like you care. And I was like, I would never even hang out with so and so if it wasn't for arm wrestling. There's so many people in the community. Outside of arm wrestling, we have absolutely nothing in common. Not even close. But.
Agree.
But it's just how it is. But it's so cool to go to Washington State.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Texas shirt, so I have a target on my back.
Right.
But everyone I grip up with, there's a common language on the table, right? Ian doesn't speak it because Ian's a jerk, and so Ian just wails on you.
Oh, we
You
must
don't even get to that point because he just elbow fouls and the match is over.
I wish. Depends on who's reffing.
Listen, if there's anybody actually watching this and you arm wrestle and you play D&D, this is your friend right here.
I've actually never played D&D. Hey, I listened to one of your other podcasts, And I actually want to talk to some people about creating Ian's Flying Elbows TikTok.
Yeah.
I think
it would be.
No, I thought about it, and I was like, I bet you right now I could get like 5 or 6 videos of it.
Yeah.
Like you'd only need one event, and you'd get like 5.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. Yeah, easily. He belongs in Louisiana.
The Louisiana Hop.
He belongs in Louisiana.
Louisiana Hop ain't got nothing on me.
No, they don't, because yours is a mile away.
I don't know. I don't know how certain.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna go home tonight and make that video right
You
now.
should. It's honestly lots of views. You probably get monetized in a week or 2.
TikTok famous.
Yeah, that algorithm will be hot for.
Look how many times this guy elbow fouled.
And he's using his body weight. Ridiculous. Yeah, I don't even argue with those people. I don't know. Y'all know Matt Craig? You know. We DM regularly about like his shenanigans of just like going super deep into like defending arm wrestling with like guys who are like arm wrestling whisperers like that guy's cheating, he's using his body weight, he's starting with his wristband, or all these things, and there's no way that guy really weighs 170, stuff like that.
All right, so I'm confused on using the body weight.
Matt Craig says that?
No. He defends people who say that. Or he defends people who are saying that. He defends arm wrestling.
These are non-arm wrestling.
He will argue with anybody.
Yeah. So people are on there like, oh, they're cheating. And then Matt Craig goes, I am a head ref under this affiliation. I've been arm wrestling for 20 years. I've won this many national championships. And I can tell you that they are arm wrestling completely safe. And if you were to arm wrestle, you would break your arm because you probably think you're doing it like a cap. And like messages, and I'll message him, Matt, what are you doing? Stop it. He's like, no, they need to be told. I'm just his antics on Facebook have convinced me he's somewhere on the spectrum. He's like, he's like Rain Man with like arguing with people on Facebook about arm wrestling. I just reach out to him and I go,
definitely foul, definitely, but not body weight.
You can see that.
Like you can just see him. He's like, he can't help it.
I think he just needs something to do sometimes. And I think as far as the extreme personalities go in the sport, Matt Craig's fine. He's fine.
He's a little puppy dog.
He's fine.
Why don't we ask Greg Ray what he thinks?
Fat Greg?
Where's Greg?
Where's Greg?
There's Greg.
Come here.
I want to give up my spot to Caleb.
Do it.
We have a great question for you.
Oh, we'll go top him in if you want.
Yeah. Mr. Caleb Ricks. Cody, get Cody over here.
His big old head.
Oh yeah. You have to like.
Yeah, he's got a big old head.
So what do you think? You gonna take it this year or what?
How long has it been since you've been to a state championship? TAL.
Cody, come on, Cody.
Yeah. I went the year before. I won at both ends. Last year, I pulled injured, and I took second, third. It was kind of rough, but I didn't want to miss it. I mean, I knew I wasn't 100%, and I just kind of like, you know what? Fuck it. I just want to have fun. If I don't do well, fuck it. No. I mean, if I don't do well, it's fine. But man, looking back, no. Last year I pulled injured.
That's something we say all out.
I mean, I look at guys like Artem who pull like week after week after week, and they're like, well, I'm not 100%, but I'll pull anyway. And I'm like, I'll do that.
Just keep pulling.
Nah, because then after I got beat, I'm like, all the guys that beat, I tried to just keep my mouth shut. I didn't want to take away their thunder, They're like, oh yeah, I beat Greg, well, it's like, I'm back here, I'm like, yeah, you did.
I was only 70%, but hey, you showed up and competed. So.
I didn't want to do. I didn't want to say because here's
sign up for that.
Like my ego thought I could still maybe pull it out.
So was it third place left-handed? Second, right?
Yeah, third.
Who beat you right-handed?
Jason Tarver. He beat me, then I beat him, and then he beat me. But
what do you got for him this year? Are you 100%?
I feel like I am, yeah. Yeah, he exposed a weakness of mine. So, I mean, again, I was injured, but he got to win.
Well, let's not give it away.
I mean, he did because he exposed a weakness of mine that I've been working on over the last year. You guys know. You guys know about it. So this year, the guys are going to be like, what the fuck is that? Yeah.
Well, so at the Western qualifier, it's been a big kind of a big deal, but he was beat by Heath Christie twice.
Yeah.
Jason Tarver lost to him. And so a lot of people consider that to be a fluke. And obviously he didn't say otherwise.
That would definitely surprise me. Yeah, I didn't see that, but that would definitely surprise me.
Yeah.
Twice.
Well, we were just talking about that with Frank, how he won Wyoming. What was that he was saying?
Harvard?
No, Frank. He was saying that he got Brzezinski. Remember he was telling us about that? It's like,
Heath did?
how beat up was Tarver before Christie out there?
Oh yeah.
That's always a factor you got to think about. But
Well, don't forget, like 2 or 3 weeks after that, Tarver challenged him, and they pulled again, and Tarver won. So,
Which is what everybody expected, which is also part of the reason why everybody thinks it was a fluke, you know.
yeah.
I want to know, like, what your thoughts are on that. Like, how do you feel like you're doing against Tarver this year?
Well, I don't know if he'll be here. Is he? I mean, I heard he was
He
injured.
shows up.
I haven't talked to him.
Yeah, I mean, I heard he's injured. I hope he does show up. I mean, I'm going to crush. I'm sorry, I'm going to crush everybody. I mean, I'm just calling it.
I've already started making excuses before weigh-ins are done. So
Yeah.
I'll just be happy not to get hurt.
What did you weigh in at?
Well, I weighed in at about 217. Normally I walk around at about 228 now.
Is this your first time pulling 220 class?
No, I pulled a 220 glass at that East versus West event in League City, and also one local tournament. It is what it is. Bigger guys, you know. I'm not expecting to take first for a while.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like there's bigger guys, but it's the same guys, but are bigger.
Oh, in Texas,
A lot of guys from 198 have done what you did.
Well, it's just not worth the cut, like you were saying. It just doesn't make sense anymore. Like, it's too hard.
Yeah. As you age.
Well, we have this discussion all the time, and Dustin.
I'm still young, very young.
Yeah. You know, we get into arguments on our group about the cut.
Yeah.
You know, and it's different for everyone. You know, I mean, I didn't perform well when I cut. I perform better when I just walk around and just barely cut. But I mean, there's certain guys that when they cut a lot, they do worse.
Yes.
So I mean, it's one of those personal things.
For me, between 180 and 230, 240, I don't see a difference in the strength level of people that I'm going against.
Maybe not arm wrestling.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot more strength that comes into play. For me personally, I like to feel strong everywhere, and my arm wrestling hasn't gone up much since I stopped, cutting. But all the other stuff, I'm way stronger, and that helps me a lot outside of the table.
Well, and a little bit of it is being healthier.
Yeah.
So if you're not cutting, your body has time to recover, and I can be the exact same strength, but joints and everything be fully recovered and pull a hell of a lot better.
It's much more taxing when you're cutting several times a year, 10, 20 pounds in a short period of time.
Why I don't do it anymore.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's not.
So Cody, who do you have your eyes on your division?
Brian Carter.
Right now, I want to see what Bedwell's right arm feels like. I really do. And I actually talked to him about a match, but I didn't know he had a match with Ryan. So I'm just
we don't know if
staying out of the way.
Ryan are pulling 220 now tomorrow. Well, they have a super match.
Oh, okay.
They got a super match right before.
Yeah, I thought they'd pull the tournament there.
I mean, sure, maybe they will.
I mean, if they're scared, that's fine. That's totally
you
fine.
gotta pin on Ryan.
You know something I don't know.
Super match.
I'm telling everybody.
legitimate.
I'm telling everybody. I'm not telling them about the super match either.
I'll be right behind you. Like he wasn't fresh.
Yeah.
Dude, he was
It
fresh.
doesn't count.
He was fresh when he put his elbow on the table. It was a mistake.
Man, I don't
Look, there's a reason why it's him and Bedwell. Let's just say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about having a super match at an event like this. I mean, I would much rather win the event myself.
Well, look,
This is a big one.
though. When
Yeah, it's state.
For number 1 and number 2 in the state,
They're going to see each other in the tournament, but they're going to see each other in the to win the tournament and win the $500.
Yeah, there's
What if they have money
cash.
on it already? What if they have their own money on it?
I guess.
I don't know. I guess it depends on what you hold higher, winning in a tournament through adversity or through a super match.
I'm happy when I spank everybody
I'd rather
versus
be
one
number
guy.
one
You know what I mean?
Me too.
Then
I like
number one
going
in
through
the
brackets and being like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You know,
That's how I feel.
But you already did that, though. Whereas Ryan Carter already did that to get to number 1. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather be number 1 in the state than number 1 in a tournament.
Yeah, and it's not like Ryan can be like, I don't feel like it. You know, he's got to take the challenge.
You know, of course, Bedwell wants to do it. You know,
I mean, this is a damn good tournament, though. I mean, this is a good one to have under your belt.
I think so, too.
You know, I mean, it's getting tougher every year. So, I mean, that's like Mississippi State. It's a good one.
Yeah, that one I will be at next year. Hell or high water.
I want to go
be there.
so bad. I want a little bulldog.
Oh, I'm going to get one.
Man, I want one so bad.
I just can't pull them close. I mean, I've always wanted to go to Mississippi State, but it's always been around when I wanted to pull something else, you know. So, I mean, I was even debating on pulling this one because of Locked and Loaded in San Diego in a month. And everybody's like, a month, Greg, quit being a pussy. You know,
not everybody gets it.
Yeah, well.
It depends on how tomorrow goes when you're going to be feeling 100%. It's like I'm saying, I'm going on vacation after this. As long as I don't get hurt tomorrow, I'm happy. I'll be a lot happier with first place. But hey, I appreciate y'all, but I got to get some food and some drinks.
Thanks, Cody. Hey, Caleb.
All right, man.
Let's get Caleb Ricks over here.
Mr. Caleb Ricks.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Dude, Cody was just saying how he's going to crush you in every way possible.
He was here for a while, so he must have talked about it.
Yeah, he says you stand no chance.
Yeah.
Did you have a big cut?
It wasn't too bad. I was about 230 a week ago. I made 220.
Ain't
That's
bad.
a lot easier. If I'm 210, making 200 is a lot harder than 230 to 220.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
How are you feeling about tomorrow? Is there anybody that you're particularly worried about, or have your sights set on?
Yeah. There's a lot more guys in the 220 versus if I was pulling 198, I'd feel a lot more confident.
A little different,
So
who are you worried about?
Ryan Carter, Michael Bidwell, and Ronnie Morales.
So knowing that Ryan Carter and Michael Bedwell have a super match right before this tournament, let's assume they're going to pull the tournament. They won't be fresh. How do you feel like you have a pretty good shot at taking one of them down, or?
Yeah, I think I'm capable of taking any of them down. It's just
Yeah.
I'm not super confident at the same time.
Okay.
Which arm are you feeling better about right now?
Oh, right. My left's been out since May.
Are you pulling left at all?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
Have you played Ronnie Morales before?
Yeah, first time we pulled, we had a super match. He beat me right-handed, I think 3-0. I beat him left 3-1. And then we pulled about maybe 4 or 5 months after that, maybe 6 months after that, and I got the win on him right-handed. So.
And how long ago was that super match?
The super match was probably going on 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. But I pulled him. I don't know how long after that, maybe a year after that, but I pulled him it's been a couple years since I pulled him, but I do have the last one on him.
Ah, there you go.
Bro, Ronnie looks crazy.
Yeah, he's strong. Yeah,
That dude's training so much.
Crazy looking, And his match with AJ Henson came out today on 217. Dropped today, is right-handed against AJ. He got beat 3-0, but he went into a King's move.
Ooh, yeah.
Which is, I don't know if Ronnie usually does King's move with his right hand.
Yeah, so he did that to me in our super match a couple years ago, yeah.
It was like a hook of a super match, of a King's move.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
He keeps his pronation in.
Right, yeah, and he was able to stop AJ. But they both kept fouling. It's a 3-foul system. And so because they both kept fouling, they had like 6 starts in 1 round, and Ronnie was just blown up, and AJ got him 3-0.
So crazy.
Yeah. See, stylistically with Ronnie, I know what I need to do. It's just being able to do it. As far as Ryan and Bidwell go, it's tougher. They have much longer arms.
Have you pulled either one of them?
I pulled Ryan. He always beats me right. He's got my
Ryan's got. He can go a few different ways. I mean, he's got a good press.
He's got the press.
Yeah.
The top
He got
roll.
his top roll.
Yeah, and he's long. He's about 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah. And he's still trying to gain weight.
Really?
Yeah.
he's too skinny.
He's a little guy. Yeah,
He's too skinny.
Yeah.
real skinny.
It's interesting. I think the last time I saw any of his polling was end of the year bash. And it was against Bedwell?
End of the year bash.
Was that in San Antonio?
No, wasn't he in a round robin? Yeah, with Anthony Lowe and a bunch of guys. He was in a round robin.
And Ronnie was there too.
Ronnie,
Yeah, and it looked like
I think he won that.
Yeah.
Anthony Lowe, I think, got 2nd place.
Yeah. So his press looks like that's his move. Yeah. Because he was trying to go outside with people, and it looked strong.
Yeah.
But he was like, man, screw this, and he would just go inside.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
still working on that
like
back pressure.
the way that he comes inside and presses, it's like.
Yeah, I don't think Ryan wants to press anybody. He wants to top roll everybody. Yeah, he wants. He wants to top roll everybody, and I think a lot of times in his head, like coming to this event, I know he's thinking he's gonna top roll everybody.
Yeah.
But as soon as he feels like maybe I can't, he's just gonna press them. That's what sucks about Ryan.
That's pretty crazy. Marks his white baby at us from behind the camera. Yeah.
Well, he needs to work on his back pressure still a little bit, I think.
Ryan does?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think that's where. That's why he'd have to go to a press. I mean, if he's a top roller and he's not able to get it, then that would just tell me his back pressure is just a little bit lacking still. And and with that height that he has too, I mean, you have the leverage advantage, but it's also a point of weakness where you can't develop as much back pressure.
Yeah.
So
the longer your arm, the more back pressure you need.
Yeah.
I learned that earlier.
Yeah.
Shit. Way more hammer curls.
You pulling 220 Pro?
I'm not this.
You're not pulling at all?
Too tired.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm myself a fan.
this guy's come a long way. I don't know if you ever pulled with him.
I pulled your dad once.
Yeah.
He whooped my ass the second match.
I remember the first time I pulled him, it's like, you know when you got a guy who's never arm wrestled before and you're like, oh, I'll take it easy on you? Fucking smoked me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I had to work around it, but then he's able to overcome my workaround, so I can't touch him now.
You guys have trained me.
Yeah.
You guys have
That's what it's about.
Y'all got a good group in Austin.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, everybody's consistent.
Y'all pull consistent.
Right?
We don't pull consistent.
Really? Well, you guys went through a phase where you wouldn't pull in the strap at all. I'm watching your practices, and nobody pulls in the strap. Like nobody did. And it's like,
It's gone now. Now I only want to pull the strap.
yeah, I mean, like when I'm in practice, I tell the guys only pull in the strap because it's probably going there.
Yeah, we fixed that. We pull in the strap way more now.
I remember.
When we pull.
I remember people in your group was like, "Hey man, can you teach me how to pull in the strap?" I'm just training the strap.
People ask me, I'm like, "Oh, I can't tell you how."
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But no, I've been working on it. We've been working on that. So like, it's gotten better.
Is it you, your brother, and your dad still, or like?
My brother's not really in it.
Not really, yeah.
Mainly me, my dad, and Cody. I'd say that's the core. That's the
good,
core.
man.
We got some other guys. We got some newer guys. It's just inconsistent. I'm sure
Cody's a great training partner.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's good. Yeah. It's just like I said, our work schedules. It's hard to have a consistent practice.
How often do you think you guys train? Like in a month?
I would say on average once a month.
All right.
But we may, if it's leading up to the event, we may 2 or 3 times a month.
That's good. I don't know, man. There's something to already knowing arm wrestling and being able to rest, right? So you do your little, you do your techniques, you feel the pressure of the other guys, and then you just train in the gym and then you rest. Usually way stronger.
I mean, I think in your first 3 years, you should be on the table at least every week. And you shouldn't go to events, pro events anyway, thinking you're going to crush everyone. Your first 3 years, you need to learn technique. And then after that, it's not important to get the table time. I mean, I really think that I spend too much time on the table, and I need to spend more time in the gym. And I think once a month would be great for me. But I just I like pulling, So it's hard for me. But I do think that it actually might be slowing my arm wrestling progress. If I had just focused on getting strong and then once a month, testing it with different techniques, I'd probably be a better arm wrestler.
Yeah. My first 3 years was a lot more table time.
Yeah.
At least once a week.
Yeah.
And then, last couple of years it's been mostly weights, which I think just of this year I've got my weights really dialed in to what I need to do.
You go heavy, right? Do you high rep or heavy?
For the most part, over the last several years, it's been more volume over heavy. I haven't really, not a lot of heavy. Still, today it's more volume. I added more heavy now, so but the majority of it would still be volume.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, ever since I snapped my tendon, I stopped going super heavy. I do a lot more volume because I want my tendons to heal, and I try to bang my tendons in practice and then heal them up during the week. And if I could prevent myself from getting on the table once a week, then I think I could build some more strength.
Right.
But I just like it too much.
I'm about to go, guys.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
take it easy.
Yeah, go get some food, man.
Thanks for the
All right.
Yeah. See y'all. Yeah.
I shrunk over here. I'm way down.
You don't have
I need to rise.
Marcus is gone.
Oh, right here, Marcus.
I was like,
Come over here.
Magic trick.
Come over here.
It's low over there too. You guys are the only ones with it.
Oh, yeah. How about that? Yeah.
It's all right. Let's see. I don't think anybody's even.
Is there anybody asking any questions at all?
No.
Nobody cares.
we can't even. Yeah, there's a way I wanted to do this and we couldn't do it.
Yeah, don't they have the things where like you can look at the questions popping up?
There is, but
Yeah, this is it. There ain't nobody on. There's 3 people on this, and one of them's me.
One of them's you.
One of them's that person. There's one mystery person.
but you know,
Your mom.
the good thing about the live streams, you can still use it as content later. So that's it's like you gotta do all
There,
aspects.
Dustin.
Yeah.
So Dustin's
Dude,
back.
look at Firmino. Somebody, Ian, Ian.
Yeah.
He's not even
talking.
Yeah, everybody's talking. There's so many people here we never see.
Yeah,
The
I
guy
know.
running is not even watching.
The producer has left the building.
Producer's like,
The building.
Oh, we've lost our Jane.
Ian, get a shot of Firmino over there. Look at, he's in his fucking.
Yo, he showed up like Conor McGregor to the weigh-ins.
He looks like he looks like a waiter on the Mediterranean.
Doing the button down.
Dead!
Look at
This guy is crazy.
him. Like,
Like, if you don't fucking Conor McGregor around for a little bit, yeah.
hey, can I get another beach towel?
Oh, that's
I'd like a pina colada.
Are you seeing what they're filming?
Yeah,
How did it come in? How's the live stream?
it's the best
good.
that I've ever seen.
Oh, is it perfect?
Really?
Oh, it's so perfect.
Yeah.
Seamless.
Look at the lighting on it.
Oh, dude. Is this the same spot we would pull? With the good lot thing, it's
think so,
perfect.
is it?
Yeah. Because look how good it comes in.
Well, you get advertising for
That's
it.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you set the table here, ref it here, and
We
a
would
live
need-
stream like that would be sick.
Well, we would need a little platform because there's a grade.
You definitely need the platform, but to just do super matches, like 4 super matches, would be dope.
That'd be sick.
Yep.
This is
You
fine.
can set those up. I mean,
Well, yeah, we've been talking
We've been
about
talking about it.
because we already have the certified refs, right?
What's that?
And we
No?
get
Too loud?
Bo's company, this
Well, we
company
were thinking-
involved in putting money out for the athletes. You get a
yeah.
you get a match for Greg.
yeah, that'd be good. I'll take it.
Everyone.
You want Hyatt, Dustin Hyatt.
I do. I actually do. I mean,
really? Oh, that little fella.
you know, I mean,
But he's
I
just
think
a boy.
I think stylistically, I got that match. I think
Against
so.
Hyatt?
I hope
Yeah.
so, man. You're a grizzled old man. You ought to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing really well though.
He's
Smashing balls.
smashing.
Yeah, but I mean,
in the hook. All you got to do is keep him out of the hook.
I agree.
well, no, he presses.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
perfect for your
yes.
Hell yeah, give me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like to pull top rollers and I like to pull pressers.
Have you pulled Tim Lewis?
A long time ago, when he was 176.
Jesus Christ, those times have changed.
Yeah, I mean, he was going mad to pull 176, and I was pulling up. I believe that I had a war with him left-handed. I don't know if we pulled right.
No, didn't he used to, like in that WAL Atlantic City tournament, he pulled 165s, didn't he?
I mean, he would cut from like 220.
He did 30-pound cuts.
Yo, Heath Christie is not making weight for this.
What? What do you mean?
You fucking kidding me?
He's pulling me.
I thought he said he walks around at once.
Just give it to him.
How do you know that?
That's what he told me. He hit me up today.
Just give it to him. Let him pull 76.
He's not a 98er.
He's gonna get killed.
He's gonna get murdered.
He said to me, the message he sent me was, "Don't get eliminated before we end up on the table." And I was like,
Are you fucking kidding? God damn,
I didn't get
man.
eliminated at all. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, I might actually have to take this match seriously, so I bust his ass hard.
Like
hard.
Well, I'm gonna look at the classes. I might pull 2 classes.
You gonna pull up?
I mean,
Why not?
let's look at the classes.
You don't have the best stamina, Grandpa.
yeah, I mean, don't get crazy and fuck around and lose.
Yeah.
He's like, well,
I mean, but let's look at who's in your class.
Oh, I have no idea. They told me that someone real good's coming though that has wins on AJ Henson. I don't know who it is.
we need to get some confirmation.
Well, if he doesn't make weight today, I don't care. That's the
Just give it to him. I'm fine with it. I'll weigh him in.
Yeah, you can weigh him in.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be here till tomorrow. I think he got on the sauce or something. I don't know the deal. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't always help.
He has a super match lined up with Ian.
Are you serious?
Oh, so Heath is on the sauce now. Is that what we're saying?
He's
I
on,
think
he's
so.
on
I don't
some
know.
stuff. Yeah.
How do we
when
know that?
when I was in that AWU garbage ass chat,
Oh, yeah.
Did he
He was
buy
talking
some
about-
That's what
testosterone?
they were talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't read it all, but I thought that's where they were going.
yeah, he was. Yeah, it
The
was
testosterone
like,
pills? That
Yeah, it was all kinds of shit, and he was like, "Oh, I'm getting it. I'm doing. I'm not even. I can't call.
I know.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But he's from some people that are doing things and stuff.
Their own things.
He's helping them. Yeah.
Okay, we can't talk about people all because we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
don't know.
We just
I
don't
know, but I'm not gonna say. I'll just say that.
Yeah. But it's all talk.
So apparently, he's doing some stuff because he wants to get stronger, and I'm like,
Well, you're gonna
I'll
have
just
to
try lifting weights. Like,
Yeah, I mean, why? I mean, the thing here's
here's
what upsets me. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm the fucking guy at 176 in Texas, and he hasn't called me out at all
Well, because why would he call you out?
because he thinks he's the fucking guy.
No, he doesn't really.
No, well, he just lost to Taylor.
I
But
know.
did you see that match? It was pretty good. He
Yeah,
had
but
Taylor
look what I
ropes.
did to Taylor.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He lost to Taylor.
And to Jason Tarver.
And he saw what you did to Taylor, so he's not going to call you out. Like he doesn't.
I think Ian is a good match for you to just put him in his place and move on.
Yeah, let him
I don't know what to do. What are the rules? Like I'm not convinced my shoulder is going to be.
Also,
You don't have to pull anybody. I mean, you lose your rank or whatever. But
No,
if you're
he's
injured,
not calling you out. TAL was.
you can go on injured reserve or whatever.
Oh.
And Billy's TAL stuff.
well,
No, he did. He is calling me out.
Oh, he is.
Oh yeah, he's calling TAL.
Oh, he did do it on there. Yeah.
Dude, I'm thinking about just ending the OTAR rankings. I don't know.
really,
Nobody fucking cares. I don't fucking care anymore.
nobody's gonna care about anything soon other than
Well,
Aaron.
because airs.
The only
And I
reason
think
you made it
Aaron's
was because you
Yes,
you had a hissy fit.
Well, no,
Little baby.
Aaron, you're the only reason it's alive.
Yeah, I mean, I only did it so I could put my name up top.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, like, it's not. I know there's a couple things that are inaccurate about it right now, but not much. I think it's definitely better than
Luis Alarcon
than the
just beat
TAL
the fuck out
ranks.
of me, just putting that out there. He's not
Yeah,
even
I
on
mean,
it.
it's better than the TAL rankings, but
I don't know.
it is.
It's
They're both
different.
fucked up. I mean,
it's
they're
different.
Yeah, they're just.
It's different.
One is
It's
a
not
super
anymore.
match
I'm
series.
number 10 on the right-hand rank in OTAR. There are all kinds of people that got an easy win on me or something, or I elbow out or some bullshit. I should be at least number 6.
I don't know who's ahead of you.
With who?
I'm not nationally ranked anymore in the hook.
Yeah.
I'm off.
Either on.
Well, on left I am, but I'm not on right anymore, which I'm actually good with.
Yeah.
You're good with your left?
I mean, I'm ranked left. Like, yeah, I'm very good left.
Why are you okay with not being on the?
Your right is so much better.
Because when I lost to
Is
Tarver,
a baby.
Your right is so much better.
Yes.
dude, I crush you in practice left-handed.
Greg, No, because dude, I got second in the world left-handed when I went to Worlds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When like
And Bob Brown was in my class and all kinds of people.
What? Yeah, wait, what was this?
What was this?
Well, we went to Worlds.
You got spanked at Worlds. What are you talking
No, I did
about?
right-handed, but left-handed I took second.
You didn't take second.
Confirmation.
Dude, you want me to send you a picture of my medal?
It's on air.
I took
Just because you
second.
took the medal off the table and took a picture of it doesn't mean you got second place.
I actually did really. I beat the Indian. I beat Big Chief left-handed.
Yeah.
At 176, he's a little chief.
Yeah, well, that was at 190.
Hey, and by the way, that was second in Worlds for Grandmasters.
Yes, but we had a bad.
Let's.
But it was a tough
Let's
class.
set the record.
Yeah, no, but it's still. But I didn't place right.
Say that when you get all indignant and you're like, I was second in Worlds.
No, we're talking about.
By the way,
my right versus my left.
For the uninitiated, there's Masters, and that's the old people. Then Grandmasters is way fucking older than them, and that's what he's talking about. He got second in, which I don't think he did.
Boy.
God damn it, Greg, you did this.
You did this to yourself.
And
You wanted an ego bump.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying. He said your left.
Pull out the elderly card.
He says your left any good.
I think your right is better.
I mean, I have just as many national championships left-handed as I do right.
Well, in 1994, nobody gives a fuck.
I think Dustin was saying, why are you okay with only your left being in the hook rankings and not your right?
Because my right loss was bullshit. When I lost right-handed, it was bullshit.
To what? Wait, who?
When I lost to Tarver last year.
At States?
Yeah,
That wasn't bullshit. He beat the fuck
I
out of
was
you, dude.
injured, and he beat me. It was three rounds.
You didn't slip.
And I know he beat me. He beat me 2 out of 3 rounds.
Listen.
Yeah.
And you lost because you didn't.
Because I was injured.
Because you're better in the strap, and you chose to.
No, I couldn't get out of it, and my hand was hurt, and I couldn't pull out of it.
Hey man, if you pull with a slight injury, that's just how you are.
No, it's fine. I have no problem with it. That's why I said I have no problem with being off of in the hook rankings, because now I can redeem myself. And I mean, we're looking at next year. I mean, at next month, in San Diego, I'm going to have some real challenges.
We'll see.
So I'm looking forward to pulling some tough guys in San Diego in November.
Oh, it's going to be awesome for you.
So I mean, if I can get back on
In
the
November,
rankings,
you're going to get to have a real match.
I mean, yeah. So if I can get back on the rankings by beating somebody currently on there, then I'm good with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right, nobody gives a shit about you. Let's take
Correct.
Let's take this moment to introduce this guy to my left. He is
Jake.
He is in one of the premier wrestling leagues in Austin.
Right.
He is one of those.
He is
Go
one of
ahead and
those.
take a second to
Introduce yourself.
Man, yeah, alright, yeah. Fight Opera is the realest shit in the world. It's just a theatrical pro wrestling show that I do. Absolutely love it. I haven't thought about it in weeks though, because I've just been thinking about doing this and this and this and this pretty much all day long. Yeah.
And by the way, if Flashpin ever creates a subscribers channel, there's some great video of these two guys backyard wrestling that will be available for a
I
premium.
put a cigarette on his chest.
That's for
And he
the
attacked
OnlyFans,
me.
honestly. That's a bit spicy.
It's a bit spicy.
That's a bit spicy. Yeah, no, I'm actually, I always feel strong as hell coming into a tournament, and I shake all these super heavyweight hands, and I get about that far around them.
Yeah.
But I still feel strong as hell. I mean,
Yeah, you're going to pull Nick Adams. That's going to be good.
Oh yeah.
yeah, he ran through me on the left last time. Well, he didn't run.
You're done with amateurs, right?
Yeah, I'm done with amateurs. That's
Are you pulling both hands?
yeah. My right is gonna be the good one this time. Yeah, no, me and Nick pulled left hand at that Fort Worth tournament that Corey West was at.
How do you feel?
I mean, he felt strong as hell. Basically, both. I pulled him twice. Both times it was I could slip, get to the strap, get one stop, but I don't know if he was just being polite because then he ran through it.
I have a situation I need to concern myself with.
Oh no.
I need to see someone's weak.
What number? Oh,
What did he say?
he's going to take a poop.
Oh. I thought somebody was messing with his lady or something.
He seemed very concerned. Yeah, he's just rehydrating too fast.
So is this your like
Is this your first like major pro entry?
Depends how. I mean, I've only pulled pro once before, and that was just on the left at that Fort Worth tournament.
At what? The Locked and Loaded? Or
Yeah.
The World Series?
The one with Corey West. Yeah. The one they were filming for.
Well, that
ESPN.
had some good talent.
Yeah, it was a small class, but it was. I mean, the maybe strongest left hand in the hemisphere was there. It's like I can't, it's a big tournament.
Right. Yeah.
Certainly by my standards. But this will be my first time pulling open on the right, and my right's my good hand, so I'm hoping to get at least a couple of wins. I don't know who all's going to be.
Hey man, if you have a good day tomorrow, Texas, winning or like getting like a couple wins in the pro class at Texas State.
No, I mean like I know there's guys in the class that I have no chance against, and I know there's guys in the class that have no chance against me. So it's going to depend how.
Yeah.
I could go 0-2. I could get a good streak of wins. It's going to depend on.
Yeah. Sometimes it depends on the draw.
It's going to completely depend on the draw.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who all showed up in the Super Heavy so far, besides Nick?
I mean, I heard, is Robbie Burnett not going to be there? I thought he was going to be there. There was some Facebook. So I mean.
Well, he's Super Heavy, so I don't have to weigh in today.
Right. I'm only here to just say hi to everybody. So
tomorrow if he's coming in.
Yeah. And
Get that microphone up to your
Get in
face.
front of the mic a little bit.
And then I don't know, is Brian Sinton? I think.
Oh yeah. What about
Brian
Brian?
coming?
I believe so. He was supposed to come to my practice. He didn't show up, so I don't know.
So he's going to be.
I think so.
He's going to be here, and he's going to be
That was
fresh.
last weekend, right?
The 9th. So 2
okay.
weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. Which is close. So maybe he's.
I mean, he might want to take more time off.
What's your strategy for Brian then?
Well, I mean, look, if I can slip against him, I'm happy.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I practice with Brian. I'm not going to act like.
You might not want. He's super strong. He's way better in the straps.
Okay, I mean, look, my actual strategy. Look, pretending I got a chance against Brian Sinton, my strategy is going to be posting top roll, try to grab a finger and try to break his finger. I mean, no offense, like I'm not try to break it, but try to get him in a weird awkward position where he can't get out and get a pin.
There's good news and there's bad news. The good news is that his forearm is a little TRX forearm that goes up to here.
Yeah.
The bad news is it's attached to the rest of him.
Yeah.
And he's strong.
I mean, I'm Brian.
If you get him in the strap, and he could be back here. He loves pulling from right just like Luke.
No. I practice with the guy. I love the guy. I know I'm supposed to be here and like talk big shit, but I'm not beating Brian Sinton. That's not happening.
Come on, man. We need some.
If I get up there, I'm gonna try to post. I'm gonna try to grab his finger. I'm gonna try to crack his hand in a weird direction that is uncomfortable for him.
That's a good idea.
If I can't do that, if we get to the strap, I'm gonna try to not have him tear my arm off in the King's move. But I mean, that's the strategy. But like, what's your strategy against Devin Larratt? Like, I don't know. Don't die.
A for effort.
But I mean, I know there's, and then obviously, I don't know, like Tucker and like a lot of the strong 242 guys will usually pull up.
I don't think Tucker will pull up out here.
He did last year, I thought.
He pulled Super Heavies too?
Yeah, it was because then Jonathan Breda came in, pulled Super Heavies.
Herman was there.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, Herman was there, pulled Super Heavies.
Dude, Herman is a Super Heavy now.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
And so these are all guys, I haven't even gripped up with any of those guys, but I mean, just, arm wrestling mathematics, that's not who I'm aiming for. I'm aiming to get in there and put on a decent showing for my first open.
Oh, nice. Good one to do it against.
All right, who we got down here, Kaylin?
What's up?
We need to hear about you. Does all three people on this stream right here, which one is my phone and one's him. So there's one other guy.
Still one other one?
One loser out there.
Somebody's watching. Your mom.
I texted my mom. She's watching. Let's hear about you because I know you've been pulling for what? Maybe 4 years.
Yeah. I started. I haven't been pulling all that time, but 4 years.
What's your official ranking in the TAL ranking?
I think I'm like 32nd right, and then number 1 left.
Right.
Yeah, 1 left. Yeah.
That's a great example of why those rankings
I know.
suck, man.
The OTAR is different, but the TAO,
Yeah, the OTAR is different, but you know what? What we need is we need the air system for Texas only.
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure you could probably do that.
I know. I talked to Frank about it one time, and he's like, "Well, yeah, it's just a lot of work." And
well, I mean, you'd have to do it for all the states. So
yeah.
Why don't you volunteer for that?
Well, he's in Texas, so I figure we'd be first, right?
Yeah.
But there's no way Kalen should be 32nd on anything.
There's got to be some. I mean, I don't know whether they have their stuff. I mean, I'm not a computer guy, but like surely they got it in a spreadsheet or a database somewhere. And
Yeah.
you can literally just like do a SQL query and pump it out.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of these tournaments, you get a guy that pull in 10 different states. And you don't put what state you've actually,
Oh no. See, okay. Y'all are talking about doing like
a state rankings.
And so your wins, like I go out and I beat Corey West, and that doesn't affect my Texas rankings.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like even just being able to filter
I don't think so. I think your matches would count.
Yeah.
Like if you beat Corey West, that should reflect on you.
Well, I mean, that's more in the hook rankings, though.
Yeah. But then you rank the Texas pullers using that algorithm instead of
like having even just being able to go through the ELO would be better. And I think it'd be better rather than only counting your Texas matches. I think it'd be better to count everyone as long as they reside in Texas. Like
it's basically a separate list of
it's
only
not even a separate list. Like
Yes.
literally just like getting the database, doing a fucking SQL query for like, does this guy live in Texas, and printing out those rankings would be interesting. And I'm sure half of these guys have done that. Been like, who do I know in Texas? Where are they at relative to me on airs? But actually being able to print that out, I mean. I could be wrong, not a computer guy, but depending how the data's stored, surely it's just a
Yeah, I mean, you just have to log where everybody claims their state.
That's the main thing is now you have to add a tag for where everybody's from, and that's what takes the work.
Yeah.
But I mean, that data basically exists for everybody that's on the TAL or the OTAR. I mean, you can even make it people's personal responsibility. Like, hey, if you care about being on the Texas airs, you know some form that you can fill.
Verify yourself.
Yeah. Tag your shit. Like find yourself on airs, add the state that you're from, whatever. I feel like you can make that people's responsibility.
What are you on airs? What are you in 54 right?
No idea.
You don't know?
I don't look at
We can figure that.
I just care about on fighter and in the hook. That's all I care about.
Oh, really? You haven't even looked at airs, huh?
I actually, when airs first came out, I was like, I don't know. But now I really like it.
I like it a lot.
Because it takes in consideration a lot of different factors. Who you beat, how long ago. Lots of different things. Like I'm not ranked in the hook anymore right-handed, but on the airs I'm like 10 or so.
Oh yeah.
That's the reason I like it.
And I think I'm like one of the baddest motherfuckers that ever lived.
I mean, honestly though, like every other ranking system is up for some kind of debate. Like,
sure,
he beat this guy more recently than he beat this guy. It's like airs. It's just like if the data's in there, there's one formula. You might not like the formula, but you can't complain personally. Like it's like somebody has it in for you. Like,
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's totally impersonal.
It's not opinion based.
Yeah.
Like the OTAR and in the hook.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those things are like you beat a guy 3 months ago, and then he beat the other guy that you know.
Right, and arm wrestling doesn't work like that. Like everybody knows styles make matches.
No,
right?
I'm on the committee, and we have like there'll be a
I'm on the committee. Shut
thing.
up, douchebag.
I am. I get paid really well for it too.
Oh yeah.
And there'll be like a discussion. Well, like how should we rank this guy? And it's like, well, I mean, he did beat this guy, and this guy was injured. All kinds of stuff comes into consideration.
I think that's like extremely valuable and good, and like I think that kind of list, if compiled by people who know what they're doing, is maybe the best list. Because I mean, like what? I mean, in the airs, I think John Brzenk is still #1 super heavyweight.
Yeah.
Probably not realistically true right now.
That's what I was talking to Frank about.
Yeah.
And I was saying there should be like an expiration. Because
all right.
There should be. So what's Kalen?
Kalen is 36.
There you go.
Right.
Don't look
in the nation,
Which isn't accurate.
Well, no, in the nation on airs. I mean, that's
actually not bad.
32. I would say the airs ranking is closer to reality than your Texas ranking.
Well, that's
32
right.
in Texas.
I'm on fighter top 15. I'm like a 10th or 11th on fighter. And
Okay.
14th or 15th at the hook.
On the right.
On the right, the left, I'm 11th and around 10th or 11th on both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, still, you're still closer on the airs because that's at the whole country, not just Texas. Yeah. Hey, come on here, buddy. You want to sit down?
Hey, you want to sit?
Don't worry, there's nobody watching. What are you discussing?
Is that 54 or 65?
This was 54.
What is he? You pulled 70. You pulled 76 a few times too, right?
Yeah.
What's he 76?
Shit, dude. I mean, come on now.
You're pulling left-handed 76 tomorrow, right? And you just wanted a piece of Ian. Is that what it is?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
He thought he did.
Oh shoot. The left hand is my best arm from my accident a few years ago, and
52.
it's been it's been messed up for when I went to the IFAs last year. Popped it with Falco. That messed it up pretty good, but now it's getting back to good health. So yeah, I'm ready for it. It always performs. It's not like the right.
What popped with Falco?
Just something in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was with Leonard. Leonard was repping, and everybody heard it, and everybody jumped and started gripping my arm, and I started moving it. I was like, well, the bone's still there, but yeah, I dropped out right there. Oh yeah. Well, see. It's a whole story. I didn't register the arm. I only went there to pull right, and then I got persuaded to pull the left 2 days before the competition. By an old guy from Europe. He's like, dude, you're gonna look back and wish you did this. So I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense. So, but I pulled 2 hours that Wednesday night with guys all over from the world.
Oh man.
And then 2 days later that morning I pulled and it was already inflamed. So I think that's what contributed.
I mean, if you're going hard to the side based on where you're touching, it's probably a UCL, and the surgeries are awesome for that, obviously. So it's probably not going to be a career ender.
No. I mean, I can't go into a deep hook. But I'm starting to be able to activate side pressure, which that took 10 months to be able to do again. So everything else is really good. So
not to try to diagnose you on a podcast.
Yeah, no.
So when was the last time you pulled in a tournament?
So the June tournament with Leonard in Dallas.
Was that the Nationals?
Expo. No, I was at Expo. And then I went to had Trayton Super Match in July. We pulled right and left.
Okay. And how'd you do at the tournament?
I won both. I won 76 right and left, and I won 98 right.
Who'd you beat?
The only guy that was there, that had some credibility was a kid from Oklahoma. He's, I think, 18 or 19. He trains under Jim Coyle.
Yeah.
Man.
See King's movie?
Oh yeah, he's a youth world champion.
Oh wow.
He's a bad dude, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the best one. And then Logan and Jeff Tyndall were there.
How did your match with Trayton go? I don't remember. I kind of remember, but
it was sweet. Both arms.
Yeah. Okay.
The right first match, he turned me inside, so we had a war inside on the right, and I was able to keep through the second when I went out and did a flash, and then the left started out a flash, and then I was like, I don't want to just end it that way, so I went a little bit slower, and he turned me inside, and that about killed me.
He is very strong.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. Luckily, we fouled out, and I got to just get a quick one in at the end.
He's strong, but we've been working on his technique. His technique is not.
Yeah,
not there.
he's new. He goes to the inside too much.
Well, yeah, he feels like he's got to hook everybody, and then he's here, and then he doesn't do anything.
He's trapped in like what economists would call a local maximum.
Maybe he's the third viewer right now. He's the one. He's like, God damn, those guys are fucking talking about me.
Trey to me is pulling smart for where his strength is now, which is that he's just so much stronger inside, and he's going to force you inside whatever he can do. But long term, that's just not a good strategy because he's not going to be able to force everybody, and he's not going to be able to give up his pronation.
Look at his match against that kid. I can't remember his name at the.
That's what I'm saying. He took a loss. He took a local maximum. He took a local maximum.
That was locked and loaded.
But he did. He won against that kid because in the middle of that super match, we said, stop doing this. Post up, get some hand control, get like a high hook, and then keep him outside.
So he's like seeing the other hill in the distance.
Yeah.
He's like on top of this hill. He sees the other hill in the distance. He's got to walk through the valley. Get back up.
Yeah, he's in the valley. It's a long valley. He won't get out of the fucking valley. He's just doing loops inside of the valley.
No, he's gonna do it. Trayton's feeling strong as shit.
Year and a half in, maybe.
I'm out, guys.
See you, Greg.
See you tomorrow, Greg.
God, thank God he's gone now. Fuck that guy.
Love this romance.
So old and boring.
I got about 5 more minutes. I gotta go get big. I need to load up on some food.
Yeah. Hey, there's Big Marcus. See ya.
Marcus,
What's up, guys?
you compete in open or amateur or both?
No, this will be my last year competing amateur.
All right.
What if you get spanked in the amateur classes? What are you gonna do?
He's not. He's too.
I don't think I will.
If you don't win amateurs, if you don't win amateurs or somebody else,
He's just gonna ref.
or there's another asshole like you who's pulling amateurs and shouldn't be.
I'm not an asshole pulling am. I shouldn't be. I should be in the amateur class.
Yeah, right now.
This is like the last tournament I think it's okay for me to pull.
Yeah. All right. I mean,
last year I got one of my first medals ever was at the state championship. And I got 3rd place.
you're just too strong.
That was one of my first medals ever.
You're just too strong.
Well, I mean, which is eventually why I should be in the open.
We'll see how it goes.
I mean, I pulled open at 3 tournaments now.
Yeah.
One of them was not by choice. The other 2 were by choice.
Yeah.
And I did pretty well, but that's only because they were small tournaments.
Yeah.
So I was able to place. But I mean, I was still getting crushed by guys that actually should have been there in that.
I just want you in the opens because I want to have somebody that I might have a shot against.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like right now.
God, man, that was cold as ice.
Yeah.
No.
He's not wrong.
Wow.
I feel like right now I'd say we're 50-50 right now.
I would love to know where we're at.
I want to know where we're at. That's my point. I want to know where we're at in the next.
See, I don't have the gains that you have, man. I don't go to the gym at all. Right? I just do table time.
Yeah,
but you're only going to the gym and not doing table time.
Get a picture, Ian. Get a view of Tyler over there. I heard he had to lose 17 pounds today. Hey, Tyler!
Tyler Hawk.
How much weight did you lose today? 9 pounds. 9 pounds today?
Good cool.
Jesus. That's a lot in one day.
I'm surprised Tyler had it in him. He seems like the kind of guy that hates weight cutting.
I know.
I'm literally surprised he had 10 extra pounds in him. I mean,
No, look, he has 10 extra pounds in his face. Big
Yeah, he is old chubby cheeks.
that's true.
But you're right. I can't believe he didn't just decide to go out on the lake instead of deal with like weight loss and shit.
Did he cut to 242 or to 220?
Who is this Russian looking guy that's like? What is that? Who is that guy? Anybody see this guy? Ian, you see this guy? Who is that guy? He looks Russian, doesn't he? He's got like.
Don't look from here.
He's not from here. Hey, tap him on the shoulder. Let's see who he is.
Where are you from? Minnesota.
Minnesota. That's almost as far as Russia.
Yeah, welcome.
You know who he looks like? But originally from Russia, actually. Yeah.
Oh,
He is Russian.
He is
No.
Russian. I knew he. I could tell you were from
He's
Russia.
the guy that tells me he just had a recent win on AJ.
On AJ Henson.
Damn. Right or left? Right or left? Right or left? Boom.
What weight class, Billy?
Oh, thanks.
What weight class?
198.
198. Thank God. He looks like that dude from Rocky IV, that Russian.
You can tell when people are about it.
Yeah, dude. They walk in with that hood over, and he looks all lean. And, he looks like he was in the Russian military or something, or KGB or some shit. Looks like a scary ass dude.
I may have already missed this, but Jake, this is your first tournament pulling open, isn't it?
No, I pulled left once. It's my first on the right though.
Okay, so you pulled one time in the open class only on your left hand.
Only on the left, and that was a pretty small. I think it was.
Where was that?
4 dudes. It was the Fort Worth one, and the class was Corey West.
Fort Worth.
Yeah, it was the.
The World Series of Arm Wrestling. Yeah.
Corey West, Nick Adams, me, and Elijah Halford, and I forget if there's anybody else in the class.
You beat Elijah, surely.
I did beat Elijah. I mean, he felt stronger.
How'd you feel against Nick Adams?
As I said before, I either impressed myself or he was being nice. I managed to slip. I managed to get a stop. He surged, and that happened twice. So I don't know whether that was I legit got a stop on him or whether he was like, I don't know this guy. I'm not going to break his arm. I'm going to need it a little bit more. So if he's watching,
I like the
do that again next time, please. Like,
be nice.
Don't pull through me if you don't have to.
Quit being such a sweetheart, Nick.
So how do you feel like you're gonna do tomorrow?
Dude, I feel I mean, look, as I said, I show up to these things, I shake some hands, my fingers don't even get around their pinkies, but I just feel so strong. Like, I hit 125 in that Devin Larratt pronator lift, which is like, with clean form, like on video, anybody can see it. Last night, like my last little taper, just doing some light hand stuff, I was clacking the Captains of Crush 2.5, just like.
So did you work up to the Devin lift, or were you already there?
That was my second time trying it.
So you're already there? Yeah. So my question to that is, follow-up question to that, is that really going to translate to the table if you already had that strength?
You know, I think if I had a bigger hand, then it would translate better because it's the posting top roll, right? And the thing is, outside of the strap, if I could hold somebody and have that posting top roll, I really do think I could.
Where are you putting the strap when you do the lift?
Right over the thumb, same as everybody does it. And I'm doing it 90 degrees, same as everybody does it.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a clean lift. So I was very proud of myself, surprised with that one. And
that's a big deal.
But that's that one lift, right? Like if we're doing side pressure containment, I'm not on the level of, I'm not lifting the same weights as, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, like Michael Todd with like 130, you know, like I'm not as strong as Michael Todd in that movement or any other, right? But that's the one movement that everybody should prepare to get posting top rolled off the bat tomorrow.
Well, I'm excited to see you pull.
I'm very excited. Like I feel very, very strong.
Are you more confident on the left? I would assume.
I'm way more confident on the right.
On the right?
Well, I'm way stronger on the right.
Okay, well, yeah, maybe, but you always do better on the left, don't you?
No.
Well, why are you pulling open left and not right?
I had an injury.
But you still pulled amateur right?
Yeah, because I wanted to test it out. I didn't want to go, because that was my first time pulling right in a tournament in a year.
I see.
So I wanted to go there, see how does my right feel. I don't want to go there and get my shit ripped off. And also, I mean, I felt I was allowed to, because I at that point had I won that amateur nationals on the left, and I didn't compete on the right because of injury. So it's like, all right, I'm done open on the left, but I hadn't tested the right. So I came in, won pretty comfortably on the right. So now I'm like, okay, sadly I can no longer fuck around in the amateurs. I gotta swim with the big boys.
You got the boot.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I gave myself
the boot. Yeah.
I didn't want.
Like a good man would.
I didn't want to test it. I didn't want to press the issue. But,
Ian, are you going? You're just doing right tomorrow?
Just doing left.
Oh, just doing left. Okay, so we will see each other tomorrow.
I'll see you.
All right.
If I could pull 154s right with you, I would. But I ain't anywhere near that weight at all.
How much you have to drop?
I woke up like this week. I was waking up around like 181.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad. Yeah, I just stay right in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's an easy cut for me.
Yeah.
We got a teenager pulling 154 tomorrow on our team.
oh, nice.
Yeah, Matt Pressler. Who's the coolest arm wrestling last name ever? Pressler.
Of course, I'm sure he's a top roller, of course.
Matt Pressler. I mean, he's not really anything. He's 15.
But he's not a presser.
You know, he's been to a few practices. Definitely not a presser. Yeah. Somebody should slap that kid if he tries to do a press.
A failure
in the
of
teen class.
nominative determinism.
He wouldn't get away with it anyway.
Who else is in that class though? Is there anybody? Does he have any competition?
So as amateur.
He's amateur. Oh yeah.
Well, he's 15. Yeah, he's not pulling over.
There's not like a kid.
He's definitely pulling teen.
Classes, yeah.
There's a kids class and a teens class.
Oh, okay.
He's definitely pulling teens, I think.
Teens good at 16 or 18?
I think once you hit 18, you can't pull teens anymore.
That's off at 18.
Yeah. So Tyler Laughlin just hit 18. He's not pulling teens anymore. He's amateur only. But he'll be at 154, I believe.
Oh, sweet. I haven't seen him. Is he coming in tomorrow?
He's refereeing, so yeah.
Oh, he's refereeing.
Yeah, but he's underweight. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why are you coming up to 76s? Because you don't think you have any competition in the 54s?
Left, no way. No.
Left, no, as in what? You don't have any competition in the left arm?
No, maybe Michael Hain if he showed up. But it'd have to be somewhere out of state.
What about Jake Fusser?
Yeah,
Is him left-handed?
Yeah.
You have? How many times?
He doesn't have anything for
It's
him?
in my practice.
Oh, okay.
You go through him?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, shit.
Hey man, you should have seen that.
Jake is leveling up.
Oh yeah, man, he's great.
Dude, you should have seen him fussle at the pool party.
I have never seen him that strong.
Man, at the end of the practice, he must have been sitting over there recovering for at least an hour. He went through Dustin. He went through this left-handed. Dustin, me, Tracy, and I think somebody else. Back to back.
Does he press y'all?
No, he just.
That's the thing. He's getting. And like the last time I pulled him, it was like he would go for the press, he would catch it, and that was it. He didn't have anything.
Yeah.
This time, I mean, this was the strongest I've been in practice for a while. I was running through everybody. Like literally, Jake felt stronger than everybody else there.
Yeah, there was a point.
Including Dustin, including Trey,
It was
His press, I can't hold his press.
Oh no! He was so much stronger than when he was pressing.
He wasn't a press. He was getting that high hook.
You may. I don't want to jinx it, but you may be surprised by Jake also.
Not outside. If he goes outside with me, there's no chance. It's just not happening, and I promise you that. But his press is the only chance that he has. We just pulled 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago.
My left is top 10 in the nation for sure. Right in there. So.
But you're not pulling 154 tomorrow.
Yeah,
you are.
And 76.
Great.
I will concede the point. I will concede the point, but I'm still excited to see how Jake does. I've never seen somebody level up as fast as him.
So I pulled him.
Maybe you, Marcus.
Well, he was already pretty strong.
Oh yeah.
Not near.
I pulled him.
Bro, I remember we have his first practice on video, and he pulled this guy right here. And I don't know if you remember this, Ian, but it was his first practice at Alejandro's house.
Yeah.
And he shows up, and he had already been through me, and I was holding his press, and I was still pretty new. But he got on the table, super strong, with Ian, and he starts pulling Ian, and he does he tries to press, he tries to top roll, he tries to hook you. He's like doing all these things. First time on the table. And Ian's talking to him, and then you realize that it was his first practice, and you're like, dude, I thought for sure you've been pulling for years. All these different moves you're doing.
He's a natural talent.
It's a natural. He's natural. It's a natural.
I pulled with him at the Devin Larrett practice here in Austin last February. Yeah, and that was.
He had never even been to a practice.
Yeah, it was very impressive. That
might have been his first time ever on an arm wrestling table.
It was very impressive, and every time I've only pulled him maybe 3 times since, 3 or 4 times. But then a couple weeks ago was the last time. But the right, I couldn't do anything right. I wasn't going to pull the right today, but the left is just a different animal. Yeah. If I don't take him off the start and he gets engaged and I'm forward, I can't hold that. Now if we're center pad, I can beat him just to the elbow, but the press is ridiculous.
I believe it. I didn't realize you could pull him that.
Yeah, it's one of the strongest presses I've ever felt.
Yeah.
And Sam Taylor's another good one. He's top 10, 9, 8 lefty. His press is ridiculous. His felt like that or more. It's ridiculous. So I'm not undermining it, but outside's a bad idea. He has to go inside.
So you're pulling 176 left.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this guy on the scale real quick. We need Ian to get on the video. Look at this guy.
He might take Greg's Grandmaster World title.
Yeah. Oh wait, is it Greg? That might be Greg.
So who are you worried about left-handed in the 76 class?
So I don't even know. I'm not really worried about it. My starts are the left always performs. It's always fast. It's always explosive. So anything can happen. I really don't care. This is for fun, and anything could happen. So
we got
definitely worth it.
We got this guy. I don't know. Maybe he's on our team. Maybe he's not. He's from Latvia. His name is Rovans Pilins. Very Latvian. He trains with Coach Ray and Giannis and those guys and Sandras in Latvia. And he's pretty new. He's only been pulling like a year or two. He says. Who knows the truth? I'm skeptical because this kid is way too fucking strong. He's all containment, super long. He's about 6'2".
Wait.
174, 173 is what he weighed in at. But his containment's crazy.
That's scary.
He was going through one of our super heavyweight amateurs.
That much length is very scary.
It's scary. I want to see him on a table with you.
Man. Yeah, I'd have to go. I can't go in, so I'd have to go out. And if I can't get out, it's not good.
Well, I mean,
it's through the arm.
I don't think he'd be afraid to go into a hook with you because he says he's a top roller, but he wasn't top rolling any of us at practice. He was hooking all of us. Maybe that's just that he didn't have the pronation to go through my hand or Corey's hand or Ernie's hand, but we're all way bigger than he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and he still was able to pin Ernie and Corey on both arms in a hook. So he's all containment. He's a top roller, but
Is he coming tomorrow?
He'll pull on a hook. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But he's not pulling once open.
Oh, okay.
I think he's only pulling amateur, but he's winning first place in the amateurs. So I would bet money on him to win the amateurs.
I'd be happy to. I pull everybody.
We got to get him on the table with you for sure.
Yeah,
after pull, yeah.
Unless I will pull till my arms start seizing up every time. Anyone's ever been around me till they start locking up.
Where you can't close your hand.
Well, usually a finger or two start getting drawn up like that. So that's what I call it.
That's why you keep having those practices at your house, so you don't have to drive home.
Yeah, exactly. I can hold on to the steering wheel.
Let's get Dustin over here.
Alright, yeah, I gotta go buy some wine and cheese.
Wine and cheese.
I need to go carb up. I need to go eat.
Hey Trey.
Thank you guys for having me.
See you, bud.
Thank you, Kaylin. Appreciate you.
See you guys.
Can you guys grab Dustin behind you?
And let's get we need Bo over here.
Yeah, I want to get Bo. Let's get Corey. Let's get a couple of these amateurs.
Right here.
Let's get a couple of these newbies.
We want to hear your weight loss story. I want to hear about it.
We're going to interview Grizzly.
I need to go get a beer. You have a beer.
Get your beer.
Yo.
I'll start.
Yo, we got to have the Russian I'm going to be pulling.
Yeah, did you see that Russian walk in?
He's pulling me.
Do you know who he is?
Put it this way, we shook hands. His hand is huge. He knows Dimitri.
Dude, he walked up, and I was like, I stopped everybody talking. I was like, look at that guy. That guy's a Russian. And
he made 98.
Yeah.
He made 95.
Dude, you can look at somebody.
Yeah, dude, he looks like fucking Putin or some shit. Walking in
for
here,
sure.
fucking shit.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's scary. I meant to ask him if he was at Worlds last year, because he looks like one of these guys. There were some little string bean motherfuckers that came to Worlds, and they were killing people.
Yeah, it sounds like he's going to rip me to pieces.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I've competed a while. 5 years, he said.
Don't get your hopes up.
Is he on airs?
I didn't look.
We
Definitely like this. Find his name.
You Ukraine.
He said he would come on so we could talk about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So Grizzly, we wanted to ask you, what does it mean to be an amateur competing at Texas State for your first time?
It means a lot. I mean, I'm nervous as fuck, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take the tools that you guys have given me throughout the last 6 months, and I'm going to apply them and learn as much as I can.
It'll be definitely a good learning lesson.
Did you get that answer off of Wikipedia? Fuck it. Like, what is it really?
Chat GPT typed it up.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I didn't know you spoke Chat GPT straight out of your mouth.
Level,
God damn.
It means a lot. I've been through a lot. You guys know. I'm not going to get into my personal shit too much. You guys know I've been through a lot the past year and a half.
He was a sex slave.
No. You can become one tonight, though. I'm just big enough to make you.
You don't have enough money.
Yeah, and your fucking shoulders fucked up. I'll take you. 100%. But for me, it's a whole new chapter in my life. To be honest, I have fell in love with this sport, and I feel like I have found. I don't plan on being at Worlds. I don't plan on doing anything,
sure.
Right? But this is something that I can dedicate myself to. This is something that I love. I love this. And so for me, being able to do this and being in a place in my life where I can do this, it means the world. You know, it really does. I didn't have this time. I didn't have the availability in my life before now to be able to do anything like this for myself. This is for me. And yeah, I'm super stoked.
Yes, sir. All right, Bo. You just had a weight loss experience.
Yeah.
Not your first go, though.
No. Not my first go. Yeah, what do you want to know about it? Yeah, so I was 240, probably.
He still looks like he just came out of the Saharan Desert.
You look like fucking Skeletor, dude.
240, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Started doing intermittent fasting, kind of 12 hours a day, which got me down to about 232, probably 36 hours ago, and then cut out food and water totally. And then I had to finish the last like 7 or 8 pounds in the sauna today.
You were looking, when I left the sauna with you, you were looking meek.
That was the wall. You're right.
Yeah, there's a wall.
Past the wall. I think I found out you got to break it up, right? So a 20-minute session, now that I'm already light on water and struggling a little bit was too much. The body was just like, so I found that like 15-minute sessions was about all I could do. So I had to shorten my sauna sessions.
Which is okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It takes a little longer to drop the weight.
So how many did you do today?
So four sauna sessions, averaging about 15 minutes each.
Today, and then did you do any yesterday? Or?
No.
Okay.
And I tried to get him to go yesterday because it would have helped.
Yeah, dude. I always do a Thursday night sweat just to prep my system for Friday.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
That's why I hit you up. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
I was already.
I'm going to work on bringing the Russian in while you guys finish this.
All right. So, what? Yeah. But what did you feel today? Like the way that Dustin came in and described it, he was like, "Guys, Bo is struggling."
Well, you hit a wall. You always hit a wall at some point where you're just like, it's starting to hurt. And so he was in the sauna with me. I was on my second session. I was trying to do a full 20 minutes, and after about 15 minutes.
And so how many pounds was it today?
About 7 pounds in the sauna. Starting at 4 p.m.
So 2 weeks ago you started at IF. That lost you 8 pounds, 240, 232.
Yep.
Then you went another 5 pounds from then.
It was kind of yesterday morning.
From yesterday morning till this morning.
Yep.
And then today was 7 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that's hardcore.
Me, Dustin.
No wonder you look like that.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
Marcus was there.
Were you there?
No. This was a while back.
Like, what the fuck are you sweating for?
I jumped
Fat
in.
boy, you ain't got to get.
Honestly, though, a year ago I was 390 pounds. I'm 340 this morning.
Dude, that's awesome.
I lost 50 pounds, and I haven't been doing much dieting.
Hey, man, since Derek hasn't gotten you anywhere, you need to do this dude's program.
Yeah. No, so the advice that Derek has given me, it would work if I implement it. I have not implemented it. I have not started meal prepping. The thing about it is, I am trying to get all of my levels, all of my body levels, my functions correct, and then I'm going to make that drastic change. And
what levels are incorrect right now?
My testosterone was low.
All right, what was it?
Over a year ago, my testosterone was in the 200s. Right now, I'm sitting at 367.
All right, that's
better.
Well,
not right now, but I did start HCG, which is just to help my body produce more testosterone.
Right.
But I'm not doing testosterone. I don't want to start something that I'm going to be on the rest of my life. Yet. I'm only 32 today.
That's a slippery slope, man. All natty for life.
Yeah. I'm trying to get there. What's
your testosterone at?
Yeah, 700.
All right.
Fucking hell, yeah. So
I'm at 760.
Once I get all of my levels,
pretty good. That's close.
Yeah. All right. What is yours at?
Mine's 760.
Fucking hell.
And I'm 51 years old.
And I'm 32. That's why it's a problem.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So like 4 years ago, I had severe obstructive sleep apnea, almost 400 pounds. I had to do a sleep study. My testosterone was under 225, I believe. I did my sleep study. I did, I got my CPAP machine or whatever, started it, stayed on it for 2 years, and my testosterone jumped 100 points. And
just getting better sleep.
Just getting better sleep.
Yeah, there you go.
And then better sleep and trying to watch, I guess, the amount of food that I was eating. I've lost 50 pounds in the last year and a couple months. And pretty much maintained 340. I will give and take a little bit. When I first met you guys in February, I was 370. And then I've dropped 30 pounds since February.
You're a big boy.
Yeah, I haven't drastically changed my diet at all. I'm still eating shitty food, but I'm doing, just like you said, the intermittent fasting. I try to do 16-8. And
try to do. What does that mean? Do you actually do it?
No, sometimes I fast longer than 16. But I'm sticking pretty steady with the 8 hours.
Well, given what you know, what you've heard so far right now, do you think he's a good candidate for the Jesus fast? The 40 days.
You guys know I did like 4 or 5 days.
It'll give you some great clarity.
Yeah. 40 days.
40 days. I know. And
bone broth
on my 4 or 5 days, it was life changing. It was crazy.
Yeah.
After day 2 was complete, into day 3, the mental clarity that I had was wild. Like I seen brighter colors, my God. It was fucking wild. And day 4 and 5 was like nothing. Day 4 and 5 was nothing.
Well, here's the
He
thing.
did bone broth. I was doing strictly water, and then on day 3, you sent me that the electrolytes supplement that you were taking, and I purchased it and I overnighted it from Amazon. You know, Amazon
Did
Prime.
that help?
Absolutely, dude. I mean, boosted energy the next day.
What's crazy is when you fast that long, bone broth is so rich. Even like I had to water that stuff down, like half and half with water, because when you haven't tasted any food, all your senses are heightened. It's like you do see brighter colors, and even like bone broth tasted like too rich.
That's what I think. That's why I think you are. You know, you're saying that you got the stuff from Derek that you needed, to follow his plan. But still, if you want to do it, you still got to do something to make it work. If you just fast, all you got to do is not do it. You don't.
Well, it's not. That's not a great. I mean, you're going to gain it almost all back. Like if you haven't changed.
If you don't change your lifestyle previous to doing something.
But did you not gain clarity in that fast where when you come off of it, now you have the discipline, the ability, the desire, the growth mindset to then implement that diet.
Yeah,
you've been sitting around here treading water for how many months now?
He's not only treading water. I mean, he just said he's lost like 50 pounds. Since
Well, no,
Well, when I met you guys in February 16th, I weighed like 376 pounds.
Right.
This morning I wake up 342. So 24 pounds that I'm down. But I was down more than that before the USAA tournament, my very first tournament. I was even lower than that. I've actually gained like 6 or 7 pounds since then because I was down to 330 something. And but I just pretty much maintained this 340 and not been on a strict diet.
Oh, okay.
Not been on a strict diet. I've been eating like shit. I'm drinking beer right now. When I was on the diet for those couple months, I wasn't drinking beer. Right. I wasn't doing anything. It was strictly water, sugar-free, energy drinks every now and then, and super high protein, low carb diet. That's what I was on. Now, bro, I had nachos yesterday. Stuff that I would never be able to do on a strict.
So your metabolism has changed.
I'm thinking that with combination of HGC, intermittent fasting, and my metabolism is slowly changing, and I want this to be a lifestyle change. I don't want to drop 100 pounds because I've done it twice. I've dropped 100 pounds on keto and Atkins, high protein, low carb diets, and gained it all right back, just like you just said. And I don't want that no more.
See, I went the opposite direction. When I joined this team, I weighed 215, and right before this cut, I was at 240. I walked in with a dad bod, and I'd been out of shape for, not terribly out of shape, but I mean, I'd been out of shape through my 30s. So finding this sport for me was cool because it gave me a reason to get in shape and like some community and accountability to train hard and give me something to train for. So
yeah, I do remember that when you came your first practice, you were a big old pud coming in.
Not just dad bod, man. I mean, I wasn't super overweight. I moved some things around, right?
Okay,
I did some body recomposition. Moved some things around,
Yeah, you moved the furniture around.
Talking about me coming into arm wrestling, he was talking about how much he's lost since he came in. I was like, man, I came in with a dad bod. I wasn't like
your body change is crazy.
Overweight, but it was just.
Hey, did you get that Russian to come talk to us?
Did. So we were just outside talking. I tried to get him to come, and he's like, I have to get out here and eat, man. I was like, I get it. And he goes, can I feel your hand? And he went all the way in.
Nasty.
Yeah.
But what did you learn? Because he learned something. What did you learn?
He didn't learn anything because I didn't hold hard. I just limp-handed him, and he was like, I was like, you're going to go outside? He goes, I think so. Okay. He feels like I'm going to have to fire to take him out inside. That's what he feels like.
Yeah.
His hand feels real crazy. So we'll see. I'm excited. I pulled his airs up. He didn't go to Worlds. He's never been to Worlds.
Okay.
He lost to Adam Worozinski.
Okay.
And I was like, well, he's like, and there's not a world that I'm going to live on that I beat him. I was like, cool, me either. He's like, okay, we're on the same page. So he's good pro. His airs was 2-2.
Okay.
He really had nothing on there.
Where does he live?
He lives in Minnesota.
Came in just for this.
He flew in because the flight is considerably cheaper than the wind payout.
Oh, really? So he's banking on winning that money.
Yeah, he expects to win both hands easily.
Oh, shoot.
Fun. Yeah.
Wow.
Get fired up, boy. Those are the ones that make me wake up. Because now I'll think about them all night.
Oh yeah.
I'll lay in bed. I'll watch Arizona State.
Your demeanor is different already.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. I'm so excited. His hand's fucking huge.
Everybody else is window dressing, bro. Like everybody else is nothing.
No, yeah, no. I don't even care.
You have a point.
Although, do you see how different Willie looks now? Tell me you saw Willie.
No, I didn't see Willie. Wait, Willie Schlobomb?
Bro,
Okay.
What does he look like?
like he's taking better care of himself.
Oh, really? Willie has
like
a
extra
nutrition
hair?
plan.
Willie has muscles now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Willie, you're doing something different.
Yeah.
He's like,
You got the Aunt Jemima pancakes going. All right.
He looks all right.
Maybe he's on. So Grizzly and I just heard about a new protein shake. You want to share about that one? You don't want to share about that one?
No, dude. No.
Wait.
No.
I think he was talking about protein shake.
Breast milk and placenta.
I bet you breast milk and placenta make you a bad man.
Not placenta. Legit. Someone who's here.
No, it is.
Both?
It is. Yes.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, they had their placenta encapsulated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that. That's good.
Yeah, I'm out.
Still good. I gotta go. Come here, Billy. Hey, all one listener, all one viewer. Come.
Thank you for being our solo viewer.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
We should phone in Ian's mom. We should do a live call on the show with Ian's mom.
Oh yeah, for sure. I bet she's a trip.
Sure.
Who's coming on?
Trey.
Oh, okay.
Yo, being under the mist is a mistake. Like, I just instantly start sweating.
Every one of the entry forms are soaking wet.
Yo, Trey. How you doing? I just gripped up with a boy that might eat me alive.
What are you talking about?
There's a guy that came from Minnesota that made 98.
Yeah.
Russian dude, knows Dimitri?
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it's on.
Oh no. What's his name?
His name is Andre.
Toddler over here.
Andre Polowov?
No, me. Andre what?
I'll tell you.
Andre P.
Yeah, Carly lives in Minnesota. He's been missing.
His name is Polovinkin.
And he's here.
Lost to Coach Ray and lost to Adam. Man, I think I'll bust Coach Ray.
Ooh.
Hey, did you actually pull Coach? No, Greg pulled Coach Ray.
Yeah.
Coach Ray's busy in Dubai right now. Ain't got time for you, Bill.
Damn.
No, yeah, he can't even see me.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, but Greg busted his shit back. It was an after pool,
After that dude had crazy wars with
he
the
had
world.
Wars I would never
that was
tell
like Greg
anyone.
picking on somebody.
Right, right. Yeah.
He's like, okay, let's go. And you could see that Coach Ray was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was rough to watch.
So, Billy. Texas State. How we doing so far? How many entrants do we have today?
Oh, he lost to David Egan.
Yeah, David ripped me to shreds.
Yeah. David Egan. That's no joke.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Rough count. Clicking in, early weigh-ins, over 130, I think, right now.
Nice. Wow.
So that's
good.
It's really solid numbers for early
In
weigh-in.
your experience, what does that equate to tomorrow looking like?
It's kind of hard to say. I would expect at least another 100 entries, so I think we're going to be clicking over 250 for the event. So,
man, I'm going to eat this boy. I'm telling you right now.
Think so?
Yeah, I do.
Think so? Yeah.
No, so I went outside with him, right, and we're talking about coming on the podcast. He's like, man, I got to go eat. I was like, I get it. And he grabbed my hand, and he goes, let me feel. And I went kind of limp so I don't give him anything, because he's going to read way better than I can read.
yeah.
His hand was like yours.
Yeah,
Grabbing the back
Big
of
boy
your
hand. Yeah, big boy hand.
I didn't get to shake his hand.
And he goes,
Like Trey.
he goes, I go, do you go outside? And he goes, I think I will. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I was like, I'll see you in the straps.
Right.
He's like, okay.
Damn.
So, just in case nobody knows, I'm always going outside. So,
Boom.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
If anybody was guessing.
No one's guessing.
No. Going outside. Yeah.
I have been working on the inside a little bit though.
I've been thinking about the inside, so I haven't been working on it yet, but I've been thinking about it.
Brother, I think about it like all the time.
Yeah. Like, man, I want to be
I want to be a man so bad.
Yeah, I want to be cool. I think that every time I wrestle. I'm even up there thinking about being cool.
Yeah, and then you're like...
And I'm like picturing it. I'm like, And then I'm like...
All I do is repeat, run away.
Just rip it apart.
It works.
Last year, how many entrants did you have there?
I want to say Texas State. That was a little bit lower. I think that was around 245-ish, 250-ish.
What were the early weigh-ins, though?
Not this high.
Oh, so this is looking good.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good.
Is it typically half? Is it 50-50?
I'd say that's a pretty good estimation.
Interesting. I thought it would be way lower the day before.
I thought it would be way higher the day before, personally. I did.
I don't know, it's
a lot of people
very small
cutting.
window. I mean, very small window for as many entries that's been here. I mean, the tournament that I just went to in Lubbock only had 131 entries.
In total.
So that's wild. That's
Which is
wild.
pretty average, though. I mean, with minus the Arsenal that came last year. You know, we would have, if the same guys would show up, D. Woody, Ian. Who else was there?
We had a whole tribe of us.
We were basically missing y'all's entries. The 130 is a pretty standard for that area. Yeah.
That's good.
And if we'd have had you, we'd have been up there 160, 170 where we were the year before.
Okay. Oh, you're talking Lubbock.
Lubbock.
Oh, yeah. We brought a tribe to Lubbock. We bought a big house and everything.
Yeah.
That was.
And I go and you don't show.
Well, some of us were tore up though. Some of us competed elsewhere. You know.
He's still mad about it.
Some of us are. Some of us are a different.
At least I'm not going to compete. At least Connery is. I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah. And then life happened.
Yeah, life does happen.
I know.
Dude, Tyler Hawk is looking strong. You've got Tom, Tyler Hawk, Billy Cochran.
It's okay.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's okay. I'm not worried about him.
I heard
You're worried about
I'm worried about
Big Boy. What's his name again?
Big Rob?
No. Oh, you got Big Rob.
Yeah.
Rob Bigwood.
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to grip up with him yet.
I pulled with him recently.
Yeah.
Him and Tom is a fucking match to watch.
Yeah.
It is. Him and I went back and forth when we last pulled.
Yeah. I'm
But
a little curious about that.
He has very, very, very good inside lane.
Yeah. I've seen
Stout.
that.
A very JJ of him.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it feels like.
James Chansey.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, he's a whole other player.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to tear him apart.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm not going to lose these guys. I'm like, James is a guy that...
James should be on your...
Yes, he's kind of on my radar.
Yeah. So, Luis told me that Eric Wolf might be coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's possible. There's been a little bit of rumbling from outside.
Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy that we haven't seen Tom.
Yeah, I don't know. Marcus hit him up. Marcus hit him up earlier, and he was like, "Hey, you coming on?" And he was like, "I'm not coming."
Okay. All right. They're having me move again.
Maybe.
This is what we do.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome to the media circus.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to the media circus, yeah. I think, what's Tucker, though?
Tucker's eating, yes, another one. Yes.
He's the current champ. Yeah, he's coming.
Yes. Yeah, so Tucker, James, those are kind of the guys, and depending upon how the bracket falls, I may fall victim to one of these guys if I happen to, get lucky with.
You can bend it down more.
James or Tucker or something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
The good thing for guys like that is, like, I know last year at Texas State, Tucker pulled supers, and he ended up pulling that first.
Yes, and
so
then
when he got to
busting that ass.
Yeah, when he got to the 242, I had a little bit of an edge on him.
Yes.
But then he comes back in naturally, like he should, and the East versus West qualifier in League City, and pretty much kills him.
How do you feel about Bedwell and Carter doing the super match before the tournament? You think they're going to do the tournament, or they're just going to be like,
No, they're definitely are.
Oh,
how do you think
these guys are competitors? There's no way they don't do the tournament.
Yeah.
So, do you think that is going to affect any of the outcomes?
Oh yeah.
They're going to have.
I think that the 220s are so brutal right now.
Yeah. Kind of sad that I didn't enter, but I'm kind of happy.
Even with the killers I got in the 242, I'm glad I'm not trying to cut weight yet for the 220s, especially for these classes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Caleb Riggs, Cody Haga.
220s are stacked.
Ryan Carter.
And
Bedwell and Carter have a war that's definitely going to take a toll when it comes time to the tournament.
Yes.
But they're so Ryan is. I don't know Bedwell very well, but I know Ryan, and if Ryan can make handy work of it, then it might not affect him too much.
Yeah, because it goes long.
So here's the thing. Obviously, Ryan Carter's press is something.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
If Bedwell and Ryan actually get into a battle, that might level the playing field a little bit with some of the other guys being able to go away from the press.
Right. We had Cody and Caleb on earlier.
Yes.
And they told me, which was news to me, that Ryan would prefer to pull everyone outside.
He would. Yeah.
But he doesn't, because as soon as he feels some tension, he's
going
like, nope,
outside.
going. Yeah. So I'm wondering if his game plan is just to get through Bedwell with the press and then work his outside through the tournament. I wonder if that might be the way to do it if that's his thing.
Yeah. I don't know what his plan is, but I think he'll feel some things out on the table and probably make his mind up there and make the best decision. He can think on his feet pretty well.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick wit in the table from what I've experienced. So he'll
You need
probably
2 more pounds?
figure it the easiest
You can
lane.
lose 1 more pound in the
Not to say that Bedwell's easy or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But he'll
I'd go back
pull it
right
out.
now.
Right.
But he has.
You have 2 choices. You can go
he definitely
down
has
to gold.
that crunching press.
You'll make it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Trying to get old Les.
So
I was like,
Can you mute this mic?
He definitely has that crushing press very
Right.
fast. He has almost immediate. Well, I'm a little but I watch him with people in his weight class, and he still has clever advantages.
Yes.
And he's able to get
You
that
should do
press
it.
very quickly and very easily. He accesses it like that.
An interesting thing for me about him is it's not just his arms long, so is his torso.
Yes.
So he can get
above you.
Because when my forearm is pretty long, but my torso is very short. So when I try...
We lost everything. You're back.
Okay. When I try to, it just feels like I'm kind of screwing myself over, and my arm starts to come backwards, and it's because I can't get on top of it. And I also think I don't know how to go and do that press, but I think it's more down than where I'm trying to go forward.
Well, his is more down.
It looks like it's more like he's
like this.
Yes, he just comes down. Yeah, which is super cool.
I will say, when I talked to Bedwell about it, Bedwell's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna completely rip his press apart."
Yeah.
Like confidently says that.
That is super.
Did pretty well in Florida.
I saw him doing some really heavy pronation lifts.
He did.
The lead up to that.
Yeah, I mean, I pulled him recently. His right felt crazy. His left, Ryan's gonna completely rip him to pieces.
Yeah.
But
You're doing both.
No.
Yeah. Oh, only right.
Only right for the rankings match. Yeah.
Okay. Then he was talking to me about the tournament he'll pull that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So he's feeling nasty then.
Oh man.
Yeah, a lot of integrity there that I felt in Bedwell's hand.
Yeah.
A lot of integrity. Yeah. So it's going to be an interesting match. It's going to be really cool. Kick off the tournament.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be dynamic, and we'll see a lot of adjustments.
Yeah, different lanes adjustments.
Oh, apparently he has wins on Adam.
Warzone.
Yes. And Brent Rakers.
Who?
The guy on point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you pulled Rakers.
Yeah, if that's the right, I'm gonna get ripped to pieces. Let's keep it real. I ain't that cool.
Yeah.
That guy's gonna fucking shred me like tissue paper. If I stop him, then it's really cool. How about that?
How
about that?
Yeah.
There's a chink in the armor somewhere.
Oh, he's a chink in
Every
the armor.
man has a chink.
Yes, yes.
But can you find it?
I have more than most.
Right.
Time under tension.
Right.
This is reality.
Yeah.
So let us know who you are.
Yeah.
My name's Matt Frazier. I'm a puller from Texas. Been down here since 2009. I started pulling in. I think my first practice was October 30th of 2019.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah. I got into pulling because I was always, a strong cafeteria table and bar room puller. I got a lot of wins against big guys, and everybody was always shocked, like, "Whoa, what happened? Let me buy your beer, man." That type of thing. So then I got a back injury, and I couldn't walk very well for a couple years. And I thought, what can I do to kind of motivate myself to do something? And I was like, maybe I can get into some arm wrestling. And I I was familiar with Brzezinski. I'd seen Pulling John and all that stuff, and I was watching his videos like, whoa, man, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, before I got into it, and still. I think I found a Houston Arm Wrestling League or some defunct page or something like that, you know, and I posted some whack lifting videos like, hey man, get me in, you know, I'm doing my work, you know, all that stuff.
That's hilarious.
You know, and then Caleb Ricks responded and he was like, I know just the guy. Hooked me up with James Chansey.
Nice.
The James Chansey got me at my first practice.
It's like the best person to have.
It was at Willie's dad's house.
Nice.
And I went in there, and, you know, I'm a strong guy for my size. I've always have been, and I mean, even though I was hadn't trained for a couple of years, I was still strong from my previous training before my back injury. I was still strong. And my first practice, I just went in there and, you know, everybody was just destroyed.
Yeah, ripped you apart.
You know, it's like, but I try to tell people, like, you have no idea
until you
what it's like.
A real arm wrestler.
A real arm, conditioned, tenured, experienced, seasoned arm wrestler. You have no idea how strong they are. And well, that's how it kind of started for me in 2019. And I pulled, you know, I pull a tournament here and there. You know, I try to make the state tournaments. This will be my third state tournament.
Awesome.
Yeah. So.
Very good.
Are you going to win this year?
I mean, I'm going to come in swinging.
Are you 54 or
54?
Who do you see yourself in the finals with?
I don't know who's here, but I would say.
I'm thinking Kalen.
If Matt doesn't show up, it's Kalen. Matt.
Michael Han.
Michael. Sorry, Michael.
I don't know if it's Han or Hain, but I say if it's
Michael's here, then you're.
If he was here, well, he my first state tournament was in 21, and I think that was my third tournament, and Han just flashed me.
It was him and I'm drawing a blank now in the finals.
It was him, he and I in finals, and then on right, and Jason Montgomery and on left.
Yes, left. Yeah.
He gave Jason a little bit of rope, you know.
Yeah. And took it all back.
Oh
man.
Oh yeah. But he just, you know. Well, everybody was telling me. Hey, I was like, man, I don't know, man. He's got all these patches on his back. Like he's been to that country, been to all the Eastern Bloc countries, and they're like people like I haven't even gone up to pull him yet, and people are showing me like, oh man, look at these hub lifts he's doing. I'm like, all right.
While you're going up to the stage,
man, you know, and so I'm asking, they're like, what do I do? And they're like, oh man, just crunch down. I gripped up with him, and it didn't. The way that he grips up was very comfortable. It felt. He's got a much bigger hand than I do, but it felt comfortable. It makes you feel comfortable. Because I think he's used to that European style of overseas type of pulling, no loading. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, this isn't so bad. And they're like, ready, go. Yeah. So they're like, how do you feel? Like, I don't know.
It's over. Yeah.
I didn't get to engage.
1 second.
I've had quite a few of those.
Yeah. You're like, and you're left staring at your arm.
Yes.
Like,
so
wow.
I'm still staring forward. I can think my hand's over here now.
Yeah. I just laughed. All right.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. But yeah. So I would say if he was here, then I would say myself, Kalen, or him.
So you got Caleb. Probably you and Caleb.
Is Levi here?
Levi's here.
Levi's here. I'd say it's between Caleb, Levi, and myself.
Awesome.
But I don't know who else is here.
Levi just pulled Mississippi State though at September 9th. So
he's okay. Yeah, but he said he's totally cool.
Totally cool. Totally.
Yeah.
He's probably recouped and everything.
Yeah. He said he feels great.
Yeah. I debated coming. Because I did a couple mean practice. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. I did a couple mean practices and stuff. But I was like, I felt, hey, this is good enough. Well, I put some weight in the stack today, but because I went through my whole cut, and I was like, I just put some weight in the stack before I drove out, and I was like, all right,
feels good. That's it. Yeah.
We're good, man. Yeah. You know, so I'm gonna come out swinging, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Gentlemen, I need to attend to my wife. I know. I saw her.
Do it.
Yeah. Eyeballing you?
Yes.
Gotta do it.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, so far, the classes are looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the classes, how they're shaping up, just by looking and seeing who's entering, who's entering, and 220s should be killer.
Yeah.
Supers should be pretty good.
Good.
We got guys like Nick Adams,
if it doesn't fall apart, Robbie Burnett's going to be in the house.
I see Danny just Robbie.
Yeah, unfortunately, Danny had some health issues.
We know for sure Robbie Burnett's coming?
He said he was. He said he found a ride, and he had to cancel his trip to Malaysia, unfortunately. So he's here. Going to take a shot at Texas State.
Awesome.
But he was getting ready to go compete in Worlds. Yeah. Danny Gillian. Yeah.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah, he was getting ready to go compete. He had his trip for Worlds and everything. Yeah. So he was going to go represent the USA at Worlds. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I was going to say, I don't think Robbie was pulling at that USA.
No, Robbie isn't. No.
Nationals. Yeah.
I just watched WAF, and I was asking that question, like, why aren't there more American pullers pulling at WAF? I saw David Engen. I like that guy. He's cool. He's strong, But I was like, why is he like the only person?
There's that weird thing between, I think, IFA and WAF and WAF banning competitors and stuff, and you got some people that are, say that WAF is the real competition, and then you got some people loyal to IFA, and they go, So
when's the last time you had a WAF a world championship in the U.S. too? So.
Yeah, it's been
that
a while.
too. Yeah, I just saw that Svetan and who's that other guy out of Bulgaria that just did that Canadian match against? Oh my God.
Kalinichenko?
Nope.
He's not Bulgarian.
No.
Georgi Svetkov is the only Bulgarian I know of.
No, he pulls in that Locomotive 69 group. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
Anyway.
But Svetan, they just put out a video about why the WAF sucks.
Oh,
basically.
There's been a few of those.
Been
a few of those. Yeah.
But, I mean, he's also talking about how that high five or whatever that they just had was awesome.
Yes.
So,
well, there's issues with high five too.
Yes.
And East versus West and WAF and all that.
Yep.
Because East versus West is they're Ingen Terzi, he's abiding by the WAF standards.
Right.
So a lot of these guys that are pulling like some of these outside events and stuff like that, there's going to be a little bit of a clash there. With that. So
who's competing where?
Yes. And now you got the high five bringing in, paying competitors, bringing in the Europeans to the States, to compete against the U.S. guys. And,
Well, hopefully that, makes Engen kind of wise up and, not just have qualifiers here, allow qualifiers to happen, but bring the damn tournament.
So
it's on his mind.
There has been talk about it. There hasn't been anything like solid or anything like that, but there has been talk about bringing actual East versus West here occasionally. So but the only thing is that think about it. It's like me trying to host a tournament from out of state.
The logistics are tough.
The logistics are horrible. Especially for him if he's trying to do it from over there and everything, because he's going to be heavily involved in what he's got going on.
He'll need some captains on the ground over here to really do all the work for him.
Yeah. Which right now I think we're like with the East versus West qualifiers, we're kind of getting some of that. Like Paul Lynn is the U.S. North American rep.
Right.
So we're kind of getting maybe some credentials under that. For some of these guys to maybe put on something like that in the future.
So, you're the president of the TAL.
I am.
So I just want to ask a question about the TAL.
You can ask me.
Let's just start broadly.
Okay.
What do you see as the future, long term for the TAL?
So, here's my thing. I'll kind of backtrack a little bit, and it'll kind of lead into where I think. So, I think there's a lot of talk about why arm wrestling isn't what it is, right? No, it's not exciting, it's not this, and all those things seem to factor in, but in my opinion, it's because it's not a sport that starts from the bottom. And what I mean by that, there are no, we do youth classes, but there's no youth arm wrestling in North America. Let's face it, pretty much arm wrestling is mostly men in their mid-30s.
Right.
That myself included, that did some stuff in the past, needed to find a new little niche, and here we are.
Right.
Why is that?
Well, one is, even though arm wrestling can be extremely physical, you can take it to that level, for the vast majority of people, it's not. It's just not. It's not, you don't have to go out and run and do cardio and do all these body weight lifts and stuff like that. You could literally just train arms, and you could probably have some mild success by doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a very easy sport to do.
And you think that's why it's not being competed in by younger people?
I just don't think we have. It's arm wrestling as a whole has garnered that from the beginning. Like, we haven't started that. Even TAL, it's not where I want to be. Like, I'd like to be able to start hosting youth events and stuff and building the youth up from that. That way you have children like my son growing up in the sport. I mean, you think about baseball and basketball, these kids are playing from peewee all the way up.
So you're saying it's a sport that typically people get into in adulthood, but it should be the sport that people get into in childhood.
Yes, I think that it would turn the sport around if we had a youth base that could carry it on through the sport like all the other mainstream sports.
So how do you make that happen? I know we have a kids class and we have a teens class, but
I think
we don't know if they're even going to be there.
Exactly. It's about like the women,
Right.
It's a slow starter.
Yeah. But at least for the women, there's a cash prize.
Yes.
How do you incentivize kids and teens to come out to an arm wrestling tournament?
I think we have to do stuff, not saying necessarily cash prizes, but I think we need to do stuff like kids tournaments. Something to strive for, so they're not just competing in a class because they're mom and dad. Like, I'd like to get to a point where we hold a kids tournament and the mom and dad show up, and maybe the dad or whatever is an arm wrestler, but he doesn't get to arm wrestle that day because it's just about the kid. And it would take time to build that up. But I think that's part of the issue is just sheer numbers.
Yeah, about a generation is how long.
Yeah, like when you look at anything else, like if we're out there seeking sponsors and stuff like that, we only have roughly 300 to 400 pullers maybe in the state of Texas. That's like nothing compared to the population. But if you were, there are probably 20 times more kids playing peewee ball than there is arm wrestlers in the whole state of Texas. So like when we're going out trying to seek sponsorships and stuff,
football for way more than
that's
that.
What I'm just off the top of my
we're
head.
In Texas,
yeah.
But
I'm just saying the sheer numbers. Like
religion.
Arm wrestling is nothing in numbers wise.
Yeah, imagine we had like in PE class, elementary school, you had arm wrestling day, like you had dodgeball day. Well, I guess they don't do dodgeball anymore, but you get my point.
Yes.
When I was in school, I'm a little bit older than you, but I remember martial arts had a problem, the same kind of problem, getting kids in the door. So they would go to schools, and they'd do a presentation, and they would say, hey, like, come in, we'll, come into our school, you can have the first week free, you can try it. And then the kids go in, and the instructors assess them, and they're like, okay, not bad, we can work on whatever. And then that got parents, so they would talk to the parents about what are the advantages of joining any martial art, right? It's like self-confidence. It goes against bullying because you realize the power that you have, blah, blah, blah. I think arm wrestling needs to do the same thing.
Sure.
I think not just beating people, but any combat sport, because this is a combat sport,
I agree.
Realize the power that you have in strength.
Yeah.
And that kind of, you can change people's mindset when they realize that, like, hey, let me use it for something that I enjoy doing. I like to go see my friends after school. We can hang out, arm wrestle, compete a little bit. I'm dead by the end of practice.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home. You're not mad. You're not, you know what I mean? It's so, I think you're right. It's got to be the kids. Like we were talking last podcast about, I think it's Kazakhstan? Sorry?
Oh, yeah.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, this is
3-4 years old, like in jiu-jitsu. That's where they start. Yeah. And they have gymnasiums full of kids training arm wrestling, and I'm like, that's what it is.
Yeah, when they walk into high school and they see the trophy case, it's
arm
wrestling.
Yeah, it's all arm wrestling.
They're not football,
basketball, soccer. Yeah.
Wow.
I assume I've never been there, but
I would imagine.
I mean,
they have a full program going on, Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's how arm wrestling gets big.
Yeah. So, like I said, it takes about a generation. So we're talking 15, 20 years before those kids are adults.
Yeah.
Pulling as real arm wrestlers,
Yeah. Right.
So what do you have, like, I don't know, do you have any, like, how does the TAL make that happen? over the next generation.
The same thing like what Trey's saying. We just got to start.
You ever consider that going to a school?
Yeah, I mean, we consider a ton of stuff. Part of the problem is that we're doing a lot and there's very few of us doing it.
Right. That's always the problem.
You know, it's like it's funny you're over here mentioning guys from Bulgaria. I can tell you right now, dude. Short of like Texas and some of the outside, like in North America a little bit. I can't even follow any of that other stuff.
Right.
Because I got so much going on with just here like in Texas alone.
Right.
So. It's kind of like I don't even watch arm wrestling videos anymore. Like when I started arm wrestling, right? We all did it. We spent hours on YouTube and stuff like that. And like the second I kind of got involved in the TAL, that slowly faded away. Like I don't even watch East versus West, King of the Table, stuff like that. But as far as like all the random videos and YouTube and stuff like that, I don't even watch them anymore. I just don't.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like one person at a time, right? Because I mean, if you're going to convince kids to do it, you have to convince the adults to do it.
Yep, absolutely.
And you have to convince the coaches to do it. You have to convince the teachers to be on board. You have to convince everybody to be. You have to convince them that this is something that is beyond what you say. Just putting an arm down is it's a character enrichment. We can do this. It's like when football is character enrichment. We learn how to play as a team. Basketball we learn how to play as a team.
Which we've talked a lot about teams in arm wrestling before. I think personally, I think it's a team sport. Even though individually you're competing when you're up there on the table. And I think that's even arguable about sometimes. Because if you've got a good team behind your back, you're hearing them in the background and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, it's not just you at the table if you have a team. Now, some guys are lone arm wrestlers and stuff, and they float around, and that's fine. But you've got to train with somebody.
Yes, you do.
You've got to practice with somebody.
Yes. That's why I continue arm wrestling, to be honest, because it's the weekly practice. I mean, I love the tournaments, and if somebody calls me out for a super match, I'll gladly accept. But mostly it's hanging out with the guys every week, and and it's the fellowship. So it's
100%. That's what it is for most. I don't know, at least half of us, I'd say.
Which I think kind of plays into the whole mid-30s, thing as well.
Exactly.
I'm not the oldest dude at the table, man.
I don't know.
Oh man, I'm in my
41.
Oh, God, I'm the oldest dude at the table.
He's 22 now.
No, I'm 31.
Ouch.
So yes.
How many injuries do we have tonight, by the way?
I was guessing earlier. I think on rough count we're over 130.
130. Wow, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Have you ever had 130?
I'm trying to
early
remember.
weigh-ins?
I'm trying to remember what we had for the first Texas State that we did. Now, total entries we had that year were 378.
A lot.
We weren't ready for that.
It was crazy.
Wow.
Why so many, you think? Where was that?
Because
Berzink was there.
Yeah, we had Berzink versus Dimitri.
San Antonio.
So that brought in. There was obviously some residual from that.
Oh, that was.
You had old buddy from
that'll draw him out
over the top.
Sure.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So Dustin Laughlin ended up finding, with John Berzink and everything like that, it kind of stuck with that over the top deal. So what's his name? And his name is Magic Schwartz.
Yeah.
And he's from Austin. And he's. They call him what was they call him in Over the Top? The first scene when you figure out
like Thrasher or Smasher.
Yeah, the Smasher.
Like
The guy with the big.
Yes,
he lives in Austin.
I would have crushed you.
But he was
that bar scene.
he dabbled in arm wrestling. He was like a wrestler, like a WWE wrestler and stuff like that.
Awesome.
He made a cameo.
Yeah.
It was dope.
So Dustin called him. He was like, "Hey, come on, you want to come on out?" And that's when we inducted Gary Ray. Gary Ray was competing back in those days too. So we had Gary Ray,
like first Hall of Fame.
Yeah, first Hall of Fame induction. Thank God we did that. Unfortunately, we lost him. But so we had John Berzink. We had the Smasher. It was kind of like a over the top thing.
And Berzink had a good match with Dimitri. It was a lit match. I hate using that word lit. I'm 42. But it was a lit match.
That was a great match.
Yeah, it was. I mean, John was blown up. Dimitri gave him everything. Dimitri hits. It was crazy. And got all the shakes out of John. It was good. It was really good.
Early on, John didn't want to deal with his hand. So even I still remember that. You know, he comes off that first slip, and it was like, woo, that's a strong hand.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I think that was a second. That was his second match back, I think. Did he pull Chance before
he
that?
pulled Chance before that, and then was it his second match or third match?
I thought it was Chance and then Dimitri, but I could be wrong. It was definitely no more than his third match, though. Yeah.
But even a couple matches after that, I think Dimitri was probably the one guy that I felt gave him the hardest time.
He gave him hell.
Until John really got, caught his groove back into it, and then he's been killing it ever since. Yeah.
Well, John had that characteristic that is now that characteristic. Hand back, pronation through the thumb. Pressure like that.
He's got that weird thumb.
Yeah, it is a weird thumb.
Matt, would you mind letting Danny sit down?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Come on, get on in here, Danny.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's been fun, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it, sir. But he just lost to Todd.
Yeah, well, look, Todd's looking unstoppable.
I love that because he is so under the radar.
Side pressure king.
Fucking killer.
Yeah, he didn't care.
Side pressure
He doesn't
king.
give a fuck. He just trains and then whoops people's ass.
Yeah.
So
I love
cool.
the sound that he makes when he really surges at the bottom.
I don't think, I'm not sure either of you were in arm wrestling when he came to pulling for Special Kids and pulled Corey West.
No.
I don't think you guys were in that yet, in arm wrestling yet.
No.
I feel like I've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking of not Corey. It was Todd Hutchings.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking John Brzezicki. No, I know exactly
It's
what
like,
match you're talking about.
I wasn't even, like, they had another guy
seen that.
filming, and I was, like, way back in the crowd, zoomed in. The video is horrible. And, like, right now on the TAL channel, that's the highest viewed video that I got. It's like 51,000 views.
I believe it. Yeah. Everybody would love to see that.
Well, it really
It's a
kicked
great
up
match.
when Corey got invited that first time to King of the Table, I believe. So Corey West became a hot topic again.
Right. Yeah.
Like he already was, but
I think we looked at that, before we started our channel. We started doing some market research, and we were like looking at your channel at Tom just to try to figure things out. And I was like, it's nothing, and then there's this video, and I was like, what is in this video?
Yeah.
So I started watching, I was like, oh, and just like you said, like everything kind of happened, and people went back and watched.
So I'm just gonna say it, right? So some people were involved in that, and they missed a huge opportunity.
Really?
They had somebody in there videoing that didn't know how to video arm wrestling.
Okay.
All right. Albert Dean was usually the videographer for those, and he kind of got a little pushed out to the side on that one. And that would have been a huge video had you had somebody like Albert, and even like, obviously if you had Brad Cook or something like that. But like he missed so much that I was capturing from like 30 feet away, and it's like I'm watching my video going, they missed such a huge opportunity with that.
To film this,
Huge opportunity.
Insane.
That was a fun match too. I think Corey won the first round, and Michael Todd was in the background, just red faced, hyped.
Well, I made a little short, like a YouTube short, and there's this point where Michael's back over here, and Todd walks by him after pinning Corey one time. He's just got like this death stare on Todd, like, how dare you?
Oh man, I love Michael Todd's loyalty to Corey West.
He loves that dude like a son.
Like a son, totally.
Yeah, I was at that tournament. That was a good match, man. I was surprised, but
it was very surprising.
Were you surprised that Corey got one on Todd, or were you surprised that Todd came back and schooled him?
well, when you watch the first one, I was surprised he came back that good. But I talked to Todd after that, and he told me how he adjusted, and it kind of made sense. And
Man, I can't imagine holding on to that hand. You ripped up with Corey
West. Still,
West.
he made it work. The first match he lost, it was more on arm actually. And somehow he got back. When he got it hand on hand. Because he's not worried about his hand. When he got out of his hand a little bit, he's just too strong. How you guys doing?
Good, man. How about you?
Man, I'm hanging in here.
You're not in Malaysia.
I didn't know I was going to come here till yesterday. I didn't know I was going to pull till this morning. So I've been in the hospital with kidney stones. So,
man.
I had an 8 millimeter
Oh,
kidney stone was
boy.
pretty
Those are
big.
no fun.
So I did surgery, and they were supposed to blast it and get it out of there.
Right.
I had to wear a stent for 2 weeks.
Yep.
For 2 weeks wearing that stent, I was just in pain the whole 2 weeks.
Oh, man.
So when I got that stent out, I was still in pain for a couple more days. So I went back, did another CT scan,
Right.
and then it had never got it.
Oh.
They lasered it down to a 5.
Bummer.
So I here have to get in the hospital again and do all this stuff, this whole round of bullcrap.
Yeah.
A second time. So doing 2 times in a row. If they'd have got the first one right, I'd be in Dubai today right now.
Right.
Because I was going to stay in Dubai 3 days first.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
But they didn't get it right. So
Man.
I didn't want to take a chance being over there and something else kind of go wrong.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. That's not the place you want to be when something goes
But
wrong.
I had a 3-week trip all lined up.
Dang.
Dubai, Kuala Lumpur for the tournament, and then I was going to go to Singapore for a few days.
Oh, yeah.
Bangkok for a few
Oh,
days.
yeah.
And then Phuket.
Yep.
Phuket.
Yep.
For 4 nights, and then back home. So it was a 3-week. It's definitely a bucket list. So I'm have to go back and do all that. But
yeah.
I don't know. On this last hospital deal, I was cutting weight and didn't know it. I was losing weight. So when I got out of the hospital, I hadn't even thought about arm wrestling or think about anything like that. And somebody said, "Well, hey, you can go to state now."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, I kind of go down there and watch and everything." But I was training for 209 over there, and that one, the state is 198.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm gonna get on down to 198, feeling like I feel. I step on the scale and I'm 200 pounds. So I'd lost, probably about 5 weeks ago. I was 217 or something like that. So,
So you just signed up for 198.
I'm gonna do 198 open and then Masters and Grandmasters.
Awesome.
Wow.
So we actually do have some masters.
Really?
We may have to do a little bit of combining, but we actually do have some masters, grandmasters, and stuff like that signed up. So
that's cool.
So Dustin,
Did you tell Dustin you're
I was trying to figure out. I was figuring out who I was going to be here in 198. I knew Dustin would be here, so I'm probably too weak right now to.
Does he know?
He knows I'm.
You broke the news?
He ain't worried about me. If none of this happened, believe me, he would have had to worry about me. He would have had to worry about me. I went to a practice where he was at. Kind of. I don't
Toss him
know.
around.
Maybe he wasn't trying. But I don't know. If none of this happened, I'd really like to pull him. But, there's a guy here. I heard he's going to be here.
Russian
guy.
He's here.
Well, I pulled Arizona State, but that one there was a quick deal, and I just went up there for the fun of it. So I pulled the 220s. And I got in a war with Eric Wolf.
Yep, I saw that. That was good.
He won the 198. The guy that's supposedly here. So what's his name? What's his name?
I thought it was Andre Poop.
Yeah, Andre. Yeah.
He's got good technique.
Looks just like Dimitri. Just a little bit
I saw him. He had the white hoodie on.
Yeah, it comes in just like that.
You would look at him.
It's like
you
scary.
You would know that he's going to do what he does. But
we spotted him from a while away. We were like, that guy looks Russian. Yeah, he looks Russian for sure.
All right, guys, I'm being summoned over here. I'm going to take care of some weight and stuff, so I appreciate it.
I think we're probably ready to wrap things up.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all coming on.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me.
Danny,
thanks for
having me.
Sorry that you couldn't go to Dubai, but I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. Make the best of it.
That's right.
You two guys pulling tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
I'm not. No.
You're not. You are?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I'll be reffing.
We don't do an overall, do we?
Yeah, they do an overall.
Yeah, I asked him about that after the last one. I was like, there needs to be an overall.
Like
I was
overall.
like, we do, then we do.
Yeah, they do overalls. Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure he does it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm excited. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Look forward to it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.